trivia page. There was one interesting piece of trivia.
Okay.
But the other less interesting one was, well, this guy who directed this movie, or not Guillermo Del Toro, but his helper, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it was the producer or just somebody else, like an assistant director or something. Anyway, he made Stephen King's It, the new one. And he used the same actor for one of the monsters.
Yes, he did.
As in this movie.
Hobo.
Yeah. Which is the dirtiest one in the whole fucking movie.
But, I mean, they picked, whatever his name is.
Oh, it's some fucking French name. Because
he's also the crooked man in The Conjuring, and he's Slender Man in The Slender Man, and he's a whole myriad of horrible things and other horrible things too.
Oh, good. We got Doug Jones Jr. here.
Yeah, pretty much. We got that. That's what we got. Ugh. Let me get my, I gotta get situated in this chair properly, because if I'm not, then it's gonna be weird. Well, this is a podcast.
We're doing it.
Intro to the podcast.
Yeah. Always really on point and solid intro. It doesn't meander whatsoever.
Nah, this is the podcast. So we like to have everything snappy. Like that. That was a really bad snap.
Did you got moist fingies?
I got weak fingers, yeah.
They're weak?
They're weak.
You gotta jerk off more.
No, well, I mean, that doesn't help with just the floppy tip. I just gotta, you know.
Well, when you curl around, like, that's where you get your grip strength from.
Jesus. All right. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just doing this
thing wrong. You know that thing
wrong.
that you used to do, like, I'm sure you used to do in, like, high school, where you take an empty water bottle and twist it and then pop the cap off and it would go flying?
Yeah.
That's how you got to get that shit done. You got to torque it like that.
And you compress the air so it comes out like a steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
235 degrees Fahrenheit.
You ever inhale that stuff?
What, computer duster?
No, the compressed air when you squeeze the bottle.
Oh. Nope.
Nope.
Maybe. It was a long time ago.
I saw a kid do it once. You probably shouldn't. It's probably bad.
Well, you're huffing water droplets. Like, that's not great.
Is that what that is?
Aqua lung.
I thought. I have an illness, so if my voice is not good, it's because I got sick.
The thing, right? Last week, who was sick?
That was you.
And this week,
run
it back.
Yeah, hell yeah! I went to like a fisherman town, and I caught a fisherman's cold.
We should get some fisherman's friend for that.
I should, but I don't like the sounds of it. Also, I'm pretty sure it tastes like garbage.
It does.
Yep.
But you know what it does for you is it makes you be able to breathe through your nose while you're laying down. That is a very important element of the human experience.
I get like a thing of huffing eucalyptus, and I just
huffing eucalyptus. They make it specifically for that.
It comes in like a tube, and you have to shake it, and then you go,
and
then you just let everything run out of your face.
Yeah, world's worst koala bear.
Yeah. I went to a motel.
Yeah,
excellent motel. The dude behind the motel, if you like the guy behind the counter, if you couldn't find him, he was meandering around the parking lot.
Oh, good.
We pulled in and he was just like in the middle of the parking lot, in the way of the vehicle, just like looking at us.
Did he have a cigarette?
No.
Then there's no excuse for that behavior.
No.
Other than walking up and down so you can see which doors look locked or not.
Well, it doesn't really matter because he's got a machine that can just make keys. He gave... First of all, he was like, here's your room key. And I went in there and I beeped. The door opened and just people's things.
Oh.
Like an air mattress surrounded by people's things.
What in the fuck?
Well, somebody's living there.
Somebody is living in the room that he gave you.
Yeah, he gave me the wrong key.
Oh. Okay.
So...
I thought he was just like, you want to double up?
No.
It's way cozier when you have a cuddle buddy.
Yeah, you got to sleep under the bed. They sleep on top of the bed.
Yeah.
Mama style.
Yeah.
But no. We just... I walked in, I was like, oh, I could steal everything. And then still be like, whoops, I don't know nothing. And then I was like, should I just throw all this shit out and take the room, because that would be funny to me.
And then the person comes back with the key and goes, "The fuck did you just do to me?"
Well, you turn the lock on the inside and you still can't open it with the... I made sure.
The way that you said that he could just manufacture keys, which I'm sure is true, but makes it sound like he can just get in there.
He can if you're not there, because you can't lock it from the inside from the outside.
Right. But so it's like, as long as... Okay, so basically I'm just taking all of my things with me if I go on a day trip every time.
Oh, yeah, the laptop was in the trunk of the car the whole time.
That was smart.
Yeah.
Especially since he doesn't have the wherewithal to know which rooms are occupied.
Yeah.
Here's 203. Oh, sorry, I was just in there and it looked pretty empty.
Boy, those people look like they were clearing out when I was hiding under the bed, sniffing the feet.
Fucking in the vents, watching them bang. There's a documentary, I can't remember what it's called, but it's about a guy who was a voyeur, so he purchased and refurbished a hotel for the express purpose of being able to crawl through and see what was going on in the rooms. I
kind of like that idea. It would give me security.
A lot of people fucking.
Well, I'd be like, hey, I got
turns out.
Time to do my make sure nobody's doing crack or crime in my hotel. Yeah. See, it's illegal to have security cameras, but not so illegal to have vents. You know what I'm saying? Nothing illegal about a vent. This vent doesn't connect to anything, but
a series of man-sized tunnels in the ceilings.
I was gonna call them love tunnels, but.
Ew.
No, there was not
being in that tunnel.
There was nothing like that at this motel, but there was like an extra thing on the ceiling. I was like, I don't know what that is. And any sort of like extra doodad on the...
You think it's a concealed camera, like an FBI camera?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like he just walked into one of those fucking we sell security equipment. Hey, I want the thing that looks the most like a smoke detector. I promise I won't be putting it somewhere where people won't know what it is.
That's what I'm saying, though. I feel like... But the other cool thing about this motel was that it had windows that were unlocked.
That's good.
And like the locks look like somebody had just beaten them with a hammer.
Right on.
But they still locked. And then the windows behind the back of the room just like went to like a vacant lot. And I was like, oh, do these leave these unlocked so homeless people can come in here and piss and shit? Because if I was a homeless person, I'd be pissing and shitting right here.
Yeah, I'm not going to be shitting outside when there's nothing but a pane of glass keeping me from pissing inside.
Well, welcome to Grindhouse Movie Club.
Yeah, guys. Right to the piss and shit. Only took 6 minutes.
Yeah, Why don't you go to darkroastcult.com where there's none of that outside of this podcast.
There are much better things than piss and shit on that website. Namely, shirts.
There's shirts, there's coffee, there's pins, and also... Now, we've made it easier for you to bother your friends by showing them the podcast.
How's that?
If you go into any browser, look, I'm kind of in with Bill Gates. I got this pretty cool thing.
Not Steve, just Bill.
Yeah. Bill Gates, he's a cool guy. Steve, I don't know who Steve Gates is. Is he dead? He's the internet guy.
Well, the Steve I meant sure is.
Okay, yeah. So Bill Gates and I, we go for tea. We did a round of 9 on the golf course.
Right on.
And I was like, hey, Bill, I'd really like for my listeners to be able to just go to any browser and type in grindhousemovie.club and then just have that be the podcast if you could.
And then Bill, he got right on that.
He sent 30 guys on it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. So you can just go to any old browser and you just type in grindhousemovie.club and you're in.
30 guys on that.
It took 30 guys 2 minutes. So
he might have invented Microsoft, but he solves problems macro hard.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I got some in my fucking eye.
Well, that's good.
Oh,
I'm sure it's cat hair.
Oh, it probably is.
Positive.
Fucking that's not getting me macro hard. Oh, good Lord.
I only get micro hard.
Oh, my ears are all plugged up.
Yeah, dude. It feels great, huh?
Oh, it feels horrible.
It's like you're just like halfway up the CN Tower right now in your head.
Yep, and like if I open my mouth too wide, it's like I went all the way back down to the bottom again.
Yeah.
And this week at work, I had to like jump in front of a meth head who's about to punch a girl.
Yeah.
So I'm flying high on that right now as well.
You're riding the adrenaline from that interaction still.
So it's been an up and down week all week, just sick and then I'm like, my ears are popping, but
sounds like every fucking week of my life.
What movie did we do this week? You wanna?
Well, as per the joke you made earlier regarding the motel sleeping arrangements, we watched Mama, which is a Guillermo Del Toro joint, wherein he gets to once again showcase how good he is at making things contort weirdly.
Yeah. You remember that short film from 9 years ago that was on YouTube before this movie was even a thing?
Vaguely.
Yeah, that.
That, but more of it.
That's my 2 sentences or less.
You like watching people bend over backwards impossibly? Well, check out any Guillermo Del Toro movie.
Are you spooked by crinky cronky fellas?
By single moms with back problems?
Okay, in this movie, when Mama runs, she runs the same way David Copperfield runs. When he does that thing where he, like, splits himself in half and, like, hides behind his legs.
Oh, fuck.
And then he chases people. That's what the fuck she does when she runs.
Amazing. Between the crawling along the floor like a fucking spider animal, the weird, rigid, short step running that's somehow faster than the speed of light, and when she just turns herself into a hairy Roomba.
Yeah, I like that.
She knows how to get around town, is my point. My 2 sentences or less was an artist and his goth sugar baby go through a difficult custody battle and end up losing visitation rights. Some of them.
Yeah, they lose about half their visitation rights toward the end of the movie.
They sure do.
You know what? Yeah, no. Wait. Yeah. They lose about a good half.
Yeah.
Because
maybe a third.
A third.
Because that child's smaller than the second child who sticks around.
See, and I was also calculating in how many people will be visitating. Because that amount of people also got lost. That's chopped in half as well.
That's true.
So if you're wondering, this movie stars Jaime Lannister from Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry.
From Lord of the Rings.
You
just pissed off 35 23-year-olds.
I don't know what's worse. Oh, sorry. Game of Thrones. The incest boob show, Game of Thrones.
The incest aggro rape boob show. I made it through enough Game of Thrones to see Emilia Clarke get bent over against her will, and then I went, I don't think this is the show for me.
Yeah, I kept watching after that, and it just doesn't get any better.
No, he's just like a hot man with somehow immaculate curly hair despite being in a winter hellscape with no hair products.
Yeah, well, he's Aquaman, man.
Him, and then the other, like the main dude, the black-haired guy.
That's Aquaman.
No, not Jason Momoa. The fucking dude from the good, like the English speaking, the white man, the white male.
Which one? Jon Snow?
Yeah, him.
Okay.
There we go. That's whose hair I was talking about.
I was trying. You said dark hair, and I was like, well, you're not talking about Sean Bean or anybody else in his family except for his bastard son.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the bastard one.
That's the bastard one.
Also, Jason Momoa's hair as well has a strikingly small amount of head lice in it for being a filthy barbarian.
If there's one thing barbarians care about, it's their locks.
Yeah, tea tree oil up there.
They're always bathing under waterfalls.
Yeah, waterfalls that fish shit in.
Just sudsy waterfalls that just cover their pubic area.
Shouldn't be sudsy unless there's soap, which there isn't, because you live in a tent.
There could be...
There's no soap in the tent, all right? It's just smells and shame.
Oh, man. Well, look, this podcast isn't about how clean the people of Westeros are.
Filthy is the answer. Everybody's filthy there. When you've relegated yourself to eating just straight bread, just like a bun, showering also is not on the top of your list. I got more important things like defending my family to worry about.
And getting more buns.
From winter zombies. And then, somehow ascertaining the location of some buns.
I got 2 things on my mind. I got buns and getting some. Got my mind on my buns and my buns on my mind. Where them buns at?
Oh,
Holy shit.
That's the first thing in the morning. You got those buns ready? Whoever the baker is in this shit town with a wall?
Hey, you know the dragons are here at 3. Where are the buns?
Dude.
I gotta feed 40 men buns right now.
It's the bunch rush.
Where are they even growing that yeast in that fucking...
In the middle of the fucking Arctic? That's a great question. They must have it shipped in from Alsace, like duckling à l'orange.
Imagine, like, oh, the shipment's here. Oh, what do we got? Buns.
Sick!
Are they artisanal? No, they were made in a hurry. Their idea was get as many buns done as we can, and... I mean, you guys are gonna die soon anyway.
The impression of this character that you're doing is like he's jarred. He's fucking got PTSD from this baking that he spent weeks on.
Yup.
I'll just watch you eat all my hard work.
I keep feeding these guys and they just keep fucking dying.
It's like a waste.
What am I making these buns for? Y'all should just kill yourselves. God, I would be a pretty sweet baker.
Fucking Game of Thrones, though. My God. That entire interchange between us just now was better than Game of Thrones.
It's better than this movie a little bit.
Yeah.
Better than this movie a lot of bit.
The best part of this movie is Jessica Chastain's beautiful face right in it.
I was thinking the best part of this movie was like the 3 minutes where they just took that the short film from YouTube and put that smack dab at the end of the movie.
Right in it, yeah. All they did was like fucking change the actors, but it's the same.
And you know what? That's all I wanted.
It's fucked, actually. I just now remembered that short film.
Yeah, because you showed it to me and I was like...
the scene was the exact same, and I was like, you know what?
Fuck.
Not only is it the exact same, but the pacing and the character movements are also the exact same. Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Well, that's the one thing they did right.
Let's make a fucking movie out of it. Let's make a sloppily cobbled together story about this.
Let's just take that short film and build an entire movie around it. Perfect. Who cares about that entire movie? We want that short film to be... That's the scary part.
I think they did the exact same thing for Lights Out, and I believe it turned out better, but it's been a minute since I saw it, so I could be wrong.
Lights Out. Yeah.
That was another... I think they came out around... I think Lights Out was 2016. This is 2013. But I feel like there were a lot of similarities in the production there. They're quite similar films.
Okay. Well, I'm into watch either one of them.
Yeah. Immediately Guillermo Del Toro gets to do whatever the fuck he wants because he starts this movie with Once Upon a Time.
Once upon a time, a family died.
Once upon a time, murder-suicide of an entire family. The opening shot is a car parked out front of a house with fake snow falling, and the license plate on the car says "Number 1 Dad."
I'm glad you saw the license plate because
apparently in order to be the best dad on the planet, you have to murder your wife and then your kids in the woods.
What I really like is that's definitely he bought that for himself.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he did.
Because he's about to shoot his kids in the back of the head.
Yeah, for their own good.
There's no way the mom was like, this guy seems pretty number 1 dad material.
Right now as we speak.
You ever wanted to let everybody driving behind you know that you've got kids and you're a pretty good dad? How about we lie to them and say you're number 1?
Get the mug equivalent of a license plate.
Yeah, so first of all, oh no, your dad's Jaime Lannister, so you're probably an incest child.
Yeah, whoops.
That's a bad start right there.
I'll tell you what's really fucking funny about what you just said. I was looking up I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here.
All right.
One of the children in this movie walks on all fours by the time they get discovered in the woods. That is a symptom of a disease. That disease is called, let me find it. I can't mispronounce this because it's very close to unitard, and that's not what it is. It's called Unitertan syndrome. There's a Hungarian family that has it. They also walk on all fours, and it's due to a genetic mutation when children are the product of incest. Whoops.
That doesn't taste right. I don't like the way that tastes.
Enjoy that information. And it also, like, it's even worse because the character's name is Lily, and she can clearly stand up and walk, but chooses not to. Because you're more comfortable with that? Anyway, number 1 dad trucks his fucking kids out of the house into the car after... So many things about this guy make him number 1 dad. First of all, shooting his wife in the face. You don't get to see that, but it happens. And then abducting his own children.
By the way, that's not abducting.
So during after he crashes the car with 2 young children inside who don't have any seatbelts on, somehow they survive. I don't understand. But on the news, you can hear them describe his wife as his estranged wife. Which would lead me to believe he wasn't part of the family so
I
much.
didn't hear estranged. I was just like, how's this fucking kidnapping? His wife is dead. Who else is going to care for these children?
So he goes, hey, man, instead of your aunt, who really, despite being a bitch, presents herself as a fine guardian, I'm just going to take you out into the woods and deal with it myself.
Yep. I really enjoy that, because like in that opening scene, he leaves his car door open so you can hear the news.
Yeah.
And the news is exactly what just happened in this guy's life.
Yeah.
And they've got names. Like the newscaster's like, this person and this person are dead. And
They've
this
either
person
killed themselves or each other, and this one's missing.
Yeah,
take a guess.
This person was there. We know for sure because this just happened. And then also, that person's wife is yet to be found.
So the reason why this guy's decided to murder his family and then himself is because he just lost all of his money in the stock market. This is 1987 is when this movie is set.
Sure,
during a stock market crash.
I don't
notice.
I think they all have cell phones.
Yep, and Sony Vaio laptops.
Yeah.
But we made a point of adding that it's this specific stock market crash that happened in 1987.
Did we?
They did. At some point in the movie, it's mentioned on the radio.
All right.
Great. Try harder.
Gilmy Del. I'm never gonna pronounce that right. That first name right. So we're gonna call him Toro, the bull. Dr. Toro. Come on now.
Toro.
You made Pan's Labyrinth, and now this. Dr. Bull. This is some fucking bull right here.
So fucking again, number one, dadding it up by not buckling in his children in the back seat and just having them cloistered in the corner.
So fucking number one of him.
And then Tokyo drifting his Mercedes down a snowy road, and then wondering why he crashes it into a tree.
You know what was really number one dad to him?
Which part?
When his daughter expressed concern about how fast he was driving, and he's just said, shut up.
Yep.
To her face.
It was, he went to the trouble of turning all the way around to make sure that she knew he was telling her to shut up.
And that's why he crashed.
Yeah.
Number one dad had to go.
Best dad.
He had to take his eyes off the road to look his daughter in the eyes to tell her to shut the fuck up while speeding down, I don't know, the Himalayas.
Yeah.
I don't know what cliff that is.
We're in fucking Nepal. Like, he just left a temple on a mountain.
His car goes off like the classic cliff, but it's a CGI car, so we don't have to feel bad for anybody.
Garbage CGI car. You know, Guillermo Toro the Bull, you could very easily have afforded just pushing a car down the road off a cliff and had that shot look way better.
Yeah, you probably could have paid somebody to sit in there.
Yeah.
But
I'd have done it.
Hey.
Hire me next time.
Yeah, for all of your low-budget car crashes, hire Jay.
Yeah, dude. I've wanted to be a stuntman for the majority of my life. Also, I think history will show that I'm very good at crashing cars.
You have a track record of 1.5.
1.5.
1.5. That's a respectable amount.
I'm fantastic at it.
Considering car crashes are bad, that's a respectable amount. You got one
good one, and then one major scrape, and
boom,
bam, man.
And and then you called like.
That's my whole resume.
Yeah,
I flipped a car and I crawled out.
You can check his insurance.
See, I can do that. Hire me to do it again.
Well, get on it, Dr. Bull. What are you doing?
Dr. Bull. Oh no, this poor man. He's big.
So yeah, this fucking car goes off a cliff. And then we get that nice little newscast where it's like, oh, and the wife is dead.
Boo! Clearly, Mr. Lannister bashed his face off of the steering wheel because he's all fucked up in the face. These kids somehow are just fine, though. And despite, given how the car crashed, they definitely got shot from the back to the front.
Oh,
There's no way.
When you end up seeing the car towards the middle of the movie there, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there for 5 years, but like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
So we got the little mark on the forehead. Jaime Lannister's fine. He's gonna be king one day after he fucks his sister. I forget how that show goes, but
it's something like that. I don't know either.
I mean, the first episode you see it happen, and you're just like, and then the kid falls off the tower and becomes he can't walk no more, so he has to get the big guy to do all of his walking. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the characters, the two in Mortal Kombat, the one that sits on top of the other all the time.
Yeah. It's literally that.
Right on.
Except he doesn't throw the boy around as much as he should.
Should be doing that. So now number one dad decides to walk his children just into the woods in the winter cold. And comes across a cabin. Now, it seems like, as evidenced by one of these children, Victoria, the older one, saying, "Are we there yet?" that they had been walking for quite some time.
That would lead you to believe that this has been a trek.
Here's the problem. Later on in the movie, you can see the fucking road that he crashed off of from the interior of the cabin that they end up at. So it couldn't have been more than 20 seconds of walking.
Close your eyes. Don't look out the window. What are you doing looking out the window of the cabin, Jay?
Rage.
What are you doing?
Enraged.
Yeah, this is not a far, it's right there. And then when they find it even, they're just like, the dude's pissing and he's like, oh, there's a car?
Yeah.
And they look at the car, oh, there's the cabin.
You're telling me you couldn't see that fucking car hanging out of a tree from where you were sitting?
Been looking for 5 years and you ain't not found that car yet. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Those guys are doing their job. They're working hard.
So they come across a cabin, and number one dad's first thought is, let's trespass and invade a home that is clearly owned by someone else.
And
let's just walk right in and break furniture like we own the place.
And you know what? Whatever my daughter says, fuck her little mouth, because she's telling me there's people in here.
Whatever. Get in here now.
Let's see about that. We're not even knocking.
Get right in here now, he says from the inside of the doorway.
Yeah.
When she goes, there's someone at home. And the first thing he does is just plop him down in the living room, break a chair, and burn it.
Yeah, disrespect all of your surroundings.
Great dad.
Fucking wicked dad. She does. I don't understand why the fuck did he bring these kids? He doesn't give a shit about them.
No, he doesn't. He could have just left them in the house.
Yeah, you know what? He could have locked the door in the house and left them there, and they would have died.
They probably, there were people at the house later on, obviously. But as far as he's concerned, they could be dead.
Yeah, you know what? He could have just popped their caps right there and just pop. All right, I'm out.
Don't know why he didn't. Additionally, would have made the drive a whole lot better because he wouldn't have crashed trying to get him to shut the fuck up for 5 seconds.
He could have just flipped the classic oldies on and just really driven slow.
Yeah, Freebird, and then by the end of it, you're eating the barrel.
Whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do to get through the day.
We'll end it.
So, Jamie walks into the kitchen and he sees like rats.
Yeah.
And then he just walks out and then he finds a spot in the hallway to have some remorse. Yeah. he just pops a squat in the hallway and starts weeping.
Fucking gun in hand. It's like, I know what's happening. These kids are, just looking around and they see a person and that young lady, Victoria, says, there's a woman out there. She's not touching the floor. First of all, bitch, outside it's called the ground. That's number one.
You've got a point.
Number two, in this dank, horrifying cabin, that's the last thing I need to hear.
Can you blame her? She doesn't want... who would want to touch the fucking floor of this place?
Like, ghost or not, my first thought would be, oh, that's a woman hanging from a tree branch or the ceiling. And I've left my kids with that.
I didn't. That thought didn't cross my mind.
Dear God, better fucking kill him now because otherwise they're going to be traumatized forever.
Oh my God. So why did I bring you to this dead body?
I shouldn't have brought you on this camping trip with me.
Oh Lord. So after that, he fucking pulls himself together.
Just long enough to try and murder his daughter.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to point out here, Jamie's got a gun.
Yeah, he does.
The whole world's come undone.
It has for him.
What did his daddy do?
Made him care more about money than his own family. That's.
You see, when Jamie got arrested, I don't know the fucking song. All right. So what he does is he goes to blow that little girl's fucking head off. Yeah. But
goes to all the trouble of taking her glasses off first.
Yeah,
and pointing her in a different direction.
Heaven forbid glass shards go anywhere.
Yeah, I would hate that. Yeah, I'd hate for her to see the bullet coming.
So he takes her glasses off and he fucking has the gun. And she's like, oh, what's that? And he's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And he's like, oh, look, a deer. And she turns around like she's going to see some shit without her glasses.
Yeah, she fucking does.
After saying, hey, I can't see anything. Oh, a deer? Yeah, let me take a look at that blurry shit.
So great. And then, he tries to fucking blast her away, and then Mama just decides to pick him up and change his form.
Oh, she makes him go real limp.
Yeah.
Like a rag doll.
In like a bunch of different directions at once.
And then just takes him somewhere. We don't get to find out where.
We don't get to find out where he goes, but if the shithead librarian later on is to be believed, that dream that his brother has while he's in the coma and he's all contorted and shit, he must be a ghost because his corpse is disturbed. Because that's her whole lore about why the fuck this fucking ghost mama is a nightmare to look at.
Yeah, I didn't need Dr. Bull to like tell me why a ghost is a ghost.
He does that in 2 other movies too, and it's verbatim.
He could have just been like, "Hey, this is a ghost."
Yeah.
Ghost?
Sick.
Are all ghosts crinky crunky like this?
I would hope so.
Maybe.
According to him, they are. Every single ghost in every movie he's ever made has fucking spina bifida.
Well, good for them. They're still getting up and about.
Yeah, they're getting work, obviously. So the act of allegiance, I guess, the breaking bread, the olive branch, if you will.
Yeah.
Is these kids are just stuck in a cabin in the winter with a dying fire, and this fucking ghost rolls a cherry at them.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool.
A cherry rolls out of the goddamn darkness.
How about throw some wood on that fire? So that I don't freeze to death with my sister in my hands.
No cherries.
Cherries keep you warm. Great. So then we just cut to a straight up intro where you get a bunch of drawings of their essentially upbringing with this woman that lets them jump out of trees and catches them so they don't die. I thought at this point though, because all they're eating is cherries. So they have just grown up thinking that diarrhea is normal.
Yeah, I wrote that this ghost is going to ruin these kids by feeding them only cherries because you can't live a comfortable life eating only cherries.
Everything that comes out of you is in liquid form when your diet is cherries.
And it's red.
And it's, which is horrifying to see by mistake.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
That friggin' beet salad joke from Family. Ah!
Oh, beet salad, yeah. Yeah, you can't have too many cherries and you can't have too many beets.
Yeah.
Unless you know you're healthy. And that, like, blood is just not going to be a thing.
Beet salad and cherries are for when you just got back from the doctor. And he said you were fine.
You know what? For fun, honey, let's get that beet salad with cherries. Just throw some fake blood on that. I'm really going to mess it up today.
So then, after the intro and it's Mama, and now it's Jamie's brother, Jamie.
Well, hold on. There's those drawings.
Things,
I just wanted to point out that there is drawings of so they're on the wall, and it's supposed to be like a tapestry of what these kids have been up to. There's one where like raccoons are biting a girl.
I think it's wolves, and they get attacked by wolves. And then Mama kills those wolves.
They're fucking raccoons.
Are they raccoons? Okay.
Yeah, because then the next one is a dead raccoon.
Yeah,
it's just like
there's also a drawing on that note of the younger of the two trying to eat a rat and throwing up blood.
That is, okay, I'm glad that's what that is.
Yeah, no, that is.
Okay, because I saw that and I was like, okay.
So it turns out Mama, not that great of one.
And then, like, the next drawing is the rat again, but with its head cut off.
Yeah, like Mama got pissed. Oh, you made my kid sick? You're dead, but I'll dead you more, I guess.
Got you good, motherfucker.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so so it's Jamie's brother, Jamie.
Yeah.
See, I was
because it's played by the same goddamn character.
Oh, it is. It is. I got real mad. I was sitting there like, how the fuck did they find somebody who looks so much like Jamie? Clearly, they only had Jamie for like an hour or two. He's got to get back to Westeros.
Yeah.
He's
nice
got to go
cameo there.
He's got to go fuck his sister some more and be a terrible person. And then I think he actually comes around in the later seasons, but fuck him anyway. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna look this guy up because he's like, damn, that's a spot on.
Okay.
And then I was like, how come I can't find a listing?
Well, guess why?
Well, because there wasn't enough room on IMDb to put both Jeff and Lucas. Yeah. So I just saw Jeff. I'm like, well, where the fuck is Lucas? Is this a ghost guy?
No, that's the twist in this movie. That's the M. Night Shyamalan right there.
Yeah.
They're both the same guy.
I clicked that, saw both names, and went, well, what the fuck? Is this a movie for kids?
And Jessica Chastain, whose name is Annabelle, but let's just call her Alice Glass because that's what she is. Anybody who knows Crystal Castles knows who fucking Alice Glass is.
Yeah, well, I mean, as soon as you said Crystal Castles, I was like, it is what she looks like, isn't it?
Oh, that pastel goth? Yeah.
Something we forgot to mention when Jamie's stealing his kids away, you get to see that little wiener dog run out.
Yeah, that wiener dog's name is Handsome. Fuck that as a name.
That dog gets fat. that dog gets if after 5 years that dog gets fucking thick.
Listen, wiener dogs are just fat.
Okay.
They're varying degrees of fat. It's fat, dumpy, frumpy, thick. Like all of these are options.
Well, which one was it? Is this a healthy thickness? I didn't seem like it was.
I'm gonna say we're just on thick when we see him in the house, and then later on when everybody gets reunited with him, he's dumpy at least. Okay. I wouldn't describe it as healthy. It's hard to see a wiener dog and go, yeah, that looks just fine. You know?
Yeah.
Because they don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pug. Or like,
wiener dogs and pugs and Boston Terriers.
You see a pug, you're like, how long's it got? Oh, it's a puppy. Oh, no.
Exactly, dude. It's already wheezing.
Oh, shit.
Do they make CPAP machines for dogs? They probably should.
I think they do.
Good. Every pug needs one.
So we get Jamie Lannister with the worst ringtone ever, getting a fucking call.
Yeah.
By the way, his name's Lucas. I'm gonna start calling him Lucas.
That's fine.
So Lucas gets a call, and it's a search and rescue team calling to say his check has bounced.
Let's talk about the search and rescue team. When you say search and rescue team, I think you mean 2 grizzled old rednecks who need an excuse to drink in the woods.
I think they're grifting this guy.
All you see them do is sit down on a rock and drink beer while country music plays, and then they happen upon the thing they're looking for.
While pissing.
Not even looking.
The guy gets up for a piss and finds it.
Yeah. Fuck. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to check this sector. And then Alice Glass comes in and makes some fucking glib remark about the sector.
Oh, she disrespects this guy's search efforts.
For these missing children and my brother.
What's he going to search? Sector Alpha Z?
Yeah. Nice.
Also, she's...
Which is a Hitchhiker's Guide joke.
Is it?
Not the appropriate time. I can't afford to pay the only 2 people interested in searching for an entire family that's gone missing. Maybe don't make a sarcastic joke at their expense right now.
Yeah, get out. Before that, she's toiling over a fucking pregnancy test.
Yeah,
so
stoked that she's not also.
Yeah, already is great mother material.
Yeah, dude. This is going to be a good family to place these feral children in. Yep, no, just drinking in the woods, find the fucking car. Somehow, and this is the first time it happens, but later on in the movie as well, I don't know if it's Lucas or Annabelle, but one of them uses sexual intercourse as a coping mechanism when something they don't like is happening.
That's Annabelle right there. She doesn't want to talk about it. She's like, well, if you want to spend all your money to find these kids, I mean, it's cheaper than a therapist, and so am I. Let's fuck. And
exactly.
She puts her beer on his head.
She has a bowl of cereal.
Oh, it's a bowl of cereal.
And she takes a mouthful of the cereal before kissing him. So her mouth is just full of wet, milky Cheerios. Let's make out and bang in the bed.
That's still better than a snowball, anyway.
That's true. She seems like the type who would, though.
Yeesh.
Tell me I'm wrong.
So she's trying to fuck away all this guy's unhappy memories.
They fucking find the car for some reason. And, like, you find the car, and the guy's like, hey, man, we should call the guy. And then his name's Bernsey. Burnsy's like, hey, how about you shut up for a second? No, maybe call the guy, because that's the car, all right? So we're on to something. Do you want to come out and help us look? We're only 2 people in acreage.
He might be fucking though right now.
He could also be.
We'll give him 5 minutes.
Burnsy's just got the 6th sense.
Yeah,
I just got off the phone with him, so he's probably banging.
It's about 3:00, and I think they're banging. I can feel it on the wind. Instead he pulls out this teddy bear that when Jamie Lannister stole his kids, they were holding this fucking teddy bear, and what he does is he takes it from the kid and just chucks it on the floor.
Yeah, he does.
And that is so that they can have something for that
the bloodhound to smell,
and that that they've touched.
Oh, right, yeah.
But yeah, he just fucking takes it. Nah, you don't need this.
Fuck you.
Get in the car.
Fuck you and your comfort animal right away.
This is just gonna get stained in blood. Get in there. And then so they come across the house after walking in the right direction for a minute or 2.
Let me tell you, one of the larger pet peeves for me in movies is when, and now I know for a fact that Jessica Chastain can play bass, but when there's a band performing a song and I can tell that the instruments being played aren't lining up with the music I'm hearing, don't have that then. Talk about your rock band on the couch if you can't play it.
Fair enough.
You know? And it's just extras too, so you know they didn't practice. Great. Because I just noticed that. I just see it and the scene's ruined.
To be honest,
especially if it's like an emotional moment, and it's gone. dead.
Because you're picturing them just in a room, quiet, just like plucking away at instruments that aren't even plugged in.
Yeah. So they let them know because they run into the house and there's fucking drawings on the walls and shit. And while they're there, 2 four-legged freaks just creepily amble around the house around them.
Yeah, there's one that's like, the dude like walks into the kitchen and finds a mountain of cherries.
Yeah.
So you know that's all they eat.
Also, like, where's the garbage?
You know what's
It's
funny?
just the floor.
You know what's funny? They're seeds. They're seeds.
Yeah. You could have been growing cherries this whole time right near the house.
You could have repopulated this forest.
Yeah, easily.
But no.
No, we're just gonna leave them by the counter, stacked up by the fucking counter. And I don't know why, but they're wearing like plant halos. Not halos, but you know what I mean. Like that Julius Caesar leaves in the ear thing.
Yeah.
They got those on. Lily, specifically, which is the younger of the 2 children, a lot of her is fast-forwarded in this movie.
Oh, yeah,
because apparently it wasn't scary enough just having her walk normally.
Well,
at a normal speed.
I don't know if you know this, but when you walk on all fours, you can't. You're not made to, so you gotta go slow.
Yeah.
Or else you bust a hip.
I go, fuck yeah, child actors. Because they're bad.
I mean, these ones were...
Victoria is good, all right? As far as child actors go, she does a good job. Lily is French and doesn't speak English, literally, in real life, so they didn't give her any lines. Her job in the movie is just to look in places and smile.
Well, you know what? She did fine.
Ugh.
She spoke when spoken to, and she was seen and not heard. And then when she was saying, Lily, mama.
Yeah.
Oh, você viu mama.
Yeah, dude.
Please don't you don't know body. Then she starts talking like that, like, oh, what the fuck?
Where'd you get that accent from? So they rescue the fucking kids, and now we're in fucking therapy office.
When Lily's coming at him like a spider, do you think it took everything to just be like, no, and just boot her?
How could you not? How could you not do that?
Like,
if that was happening to me in real life, I may murder a child by mistake.
Like, she's coming out of the shadows. That could be anything.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking finding out.
Like,
You'll find out what a boot is.
It's not a Sphinx cat because it's too big for that. I can't think of any other skinless animals that I'd like near me.
Yeah, I really can't imagine there being something that walks like that that's friendly.
No.
So boot.
Not at me.
Boot town.
Yeah, fuck that. Yep, therapy office. This is the worst therapist ever. He's a dickhead. He's a dickhead the whole movie, and then he dies.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I was glad right away when he died.
With the fucking, trying to convince, because, okay, so Lucas obviously wants to adopt these children because they're his nieces.
Mm-hmm.
Annabelle, despite having just celebrated enthusiastically not being pregnant, surprisingly quiet during this discussion, doesn't really go, hey, I don't want to do any of this shit until much later. She just kind of endures this. She endures a custody hearing with the dirty aunt who's a bitch. The conversation with the therapist about the fucking house, saying almost nothing. Looks at a picture, that's about it. I would raise some concerns if I were that. If I didn't want to have kids that bad, I probably would voice that.
Yeah, maybe.
This seems like the juncture.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. It's me or the kids.
Lucas goes into the room that they're being kept in, just one room, and bonds over the fact that she wears glasses and those exist. Don't know how he knew her prescription. She's been in the woods for 5 years.
Yeah. No.
She throws those glasses on and she's like, fuck yeah, that's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
The second she wears those sunglasses, civilized.
Yeah, also
She
that.
stands upright. Oh, hello, dada.
Yeah.
Would you like to have some tea?
Turns out having 70% sight really turns you into a fucking ape.
Well, I mean, if it's blurry, you're probably on guard. Like, what's this blurry shape?
I kind of wish that Lucas had the wherewithal to, because he doesn't want to be dad, because he's not. He wants to be their guardian, but he makes it clear, like, no, I'm Uncle Luke. Maybe you should have shaved. Maybe you shouldn't have looked exactly like your brother when you showed up.
Wear a shirt that says Uncle Luke.
Yeah. Do any of those things. You wear glasses when you're drawing. Just have them on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my dad didn't wear glasses. Who are you? Oh, well, I'm his brother, uncle.
I know I look a lot like him, but I'm your uncle.
Yep.
I really enjoy when the kids like get dropped off for these people and the younger girl's like, Mama. She's like, don't you fucking call me that.
We're going to get into the amount of times that Annabelle is just a bitch to kids.
I love it. It's all good. Every single time is good.
So the deal is, because they live in a shitty apartment, we go to this court hearing, and the aunt, Jean, is like, an apartment's not a good place for kids to be raised. It's so fucking small. You draw pictures for a living. Okay, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
But
now you're not getting your kids for real.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm doing everything to keep these kids.
So the deal is the therapist is providing a mansion for this family to live in, minus Aunt Jean, provided he can continue to monitor them because he's doing case research on feral children.
He wants access to these kids.
He says access is a poor choice of words.
Yes,
for an
it
adult
is.
about
Yes, it
kids.
is.
My point being, this shady-ass doctor just playing with the lives of children.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, just so you know, if you don't let me study these kids, they're going across the country to Aunt Jean, who hates everybody.
You've made us an offer we can't refuse.
But in good conscience, I would have to kill myself if I refused it.
But I mean, like, rent-free, big house? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not going to complain about that part at all.
I mean, we got to live in the house they filmed the short film in, or else what's the point? It's going to look different. It'll look different.
So, like, while Aunt Jean is like a bad person,
Aunt Jean seems like a cold bitch.
yeah,
but she cares about these kids.
she cares about the kids, and you know that because she's a stuffy rich white woman, she would at least be able to provide them a life financially, as opposed to this painter and failed musician. So there's a decent argument for just give them to Aunt Jean.
Yeah, for real. But
Aunt Jean and Uncle Luke.
You know,
just fucking flip a coin on that.
Do you think, knowing what they know now, do you think they would have just been like, yeah, take them, please?
You please take them.
Nah,
take them right now.
I don't give a fuck about what this doctor's studying. Get these kids out of here.
I see the fucking fingers coming out of black mold in my wall, and I go, take the kids away.
Yes, please. The kids walk crinky-cronky on their hands and feet.
You need to get that far, yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, when they first meet the kids and they keep them in that room, like, they're being creepy and like clawing at the floor.
One is just like, clawing at the carpet.
And one just like appears from the side.
Yeah, dude.
Like, nah, she can have them.
That all they do is talk about a thing that I can't see while they're sleeping.
This is gonna be them the whole time. I'm gonna be walking into a room and they're gonna.
Guess what? Every other Thanksgiving doesn't sound that bad.
Let's let Aunt Jean handle this.
Yeah, let's see if Aunt Jean can handle this.
Yeah,
let's give Aunt Jean a heart attack the first night.
Yeah, like Aunt Jean would be fucking dead
right away.
Like what that dude, he falls down the stairs and lands on his head. It would have taken less to kill Aunt Jean.
It does. All she does is enter the house. She gets killed by a Roomba.
Oh my god, and she lets it happen too.
She does. She just stands there and takes it. Yeah, so fucking Annabelle's she gets down on the kid's level and is like, I'm Annabelle, we can figure out the names afterward. And like, both of these kids just ice grill her like DMX. I don't have any interest in who you are at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh my god.
Also, like, yeah, don't call me your mom.
Yeah.
She stops just short of being like, your mom's fucking dead. Your mom's dead, and you're left here with us.
You don't have a mom, and I'll never be that for you.
You get to live with the guy who looks a lot like the guy who blew her brains out.
There's...
Good Lord Jesus.
There's a little scene where Victoria's talking to the doctor for some reason, and
because hypnosis therapy or something.
Yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, there was a woman. She took her. This happened a long time ago, and a woman took her baby from a hospital, and
a hospital for, I think she said, sad people.
Yeah.
So a mental asylum. A sanatorium, I believe, as they were called in the 1800s.
That's a fun way to explain it to kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a little room for sad folks.
So here we go. The mama doesn't speak a fucking lick of English until she becomes a person after being reunited with her dead fucking baby later on in the movie. Where has Victoria learned any of this vocabulary? The other one doesn't even fucking speak. But Victoria says maybe 2 sentences and they're poorly said. And then suddenly she's a fucking English scholar.
So, when the doctor's like, "How do you know that? Did mama tell you that?" She's like, "Mama showed me in a dream."
Yeah, showed me. Didn't use words.
Nope. So I think Mama just like, "Go to sleep. Let me show you what's up."
Okay, but how are you still able to articulate that in the English language? Do you know that she's not reading books? Because her glasses are gone.
Well, she was still able. She was old enough to have some vocabulary.
That's fine. Not that much, though.
Well, she put her glasses on.
Hospital? How many times does the word hospital come up in regular conversation when you're 4?
You know how, like, you probably go there a lot. When your daddy's so angry at your mommy all the time.
Fuck.
But no, she put glasses on. It's fine. That's what happens.
So she puts glasses on and makes you into a nerd who knows everything.
You saw it.
Right on.
It happened right in front of your face.
Now you're right.
She put them on like, oh, stop. Oh, papa.
It turns out everybody with Down syndrome just needs glasses.
I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue nothing.
You don't even want to get involved in that conversation.
I don't have a horse in that race.
Stephen Colbert when somebody says something bad about a lesbian.
Yeesh.
He just shuts it right down.
You get a little scene where Annabelle's talking to her friend, and she's like, yeah, I guess we're having some kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're already all screwed up. I didn't have to do that to them.
Great perception of the children you're going to raise.
Yep, they already come screwed up. Yeah. Great.
And her friend's like, why don't you just leave them? And she's like, well, I can't, because that would be mean. And then you're in a rock band, and she's like, I was in a rock band. Yeah, are you, though? Because you're 30, and you're drinking Heineken's in a basement.
I could hear music happening. I think you're rock band adjacent.
Maybe give up the ghost. I think if you're still on a tweed couch in the center of a basement drinking Heineken's with no electronics around, it might be time to find a job.
Yeah.
That fucking Warped Tour ain't gonna call up anytime soon.
Well, they live in a small town. Let them. Do they live in a small town? Clifton Forge is a small town.
Clifton Forge is where the cabin is. It's not where they live. I don't know where they live.
I don't know where they live
Clifton
either.
Forge, though, is like a stone's throw away. Anyway, there's a fucking overpass and trains, so it must be developed somewhat.
Fine.
They don't actually really establish where the fuck they live.
The place the kids were stolen from was nice.
Yeah, it was. Why
really
couldn't you just move back into that house?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You know, the familiarity would be there. Oh, we're home. There's the dog. The dog, handsome, and he's not. I mean, he's got a cute face. That's fine.
I mean, it's one of those ironic names, you know?
Yeah. Fucking... So, yeah, this is why I wrote down that Lily gets fast-forwarded, because they're just walking around the house, and this kid will just be at the end of the hallway, and then zoop, sitting perfectly still at the front. In a way that a human being could not do that. And I was like, oh, what is that, fast-forwarding? You fucking goddamn right it is.
Well, she's learned to move like the wind. She's lived in the trees for 5 years.
Yeah, they start painting with all the colors of the wind on the walls in their bedroom.
And humming like demons?
Yeah. I don't want to hear that through the vents when I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as soon as I hear that, I'm gonna put a stop to that right now.
Yeah, I'm putting several socks in that vent. I don't care. You can hum all day, but don't do it near me.
Yeah, you better be humming 2 different songs sitting in different corners of the room. I don't want to hear the same song coming out of both of you at the same time. That's fucked.
Yeah, in perfect unison like that? Ugh.
So they filled the backyard with, like, boxes. I don't know if they did that because, like, the doctor was like...
in. I don't know.
Like, yeah, was it that or was it... Because, like, the kids like it. So it's like, was the doctor like, give them a place to hide?
Yeah.
Like a cat.
Yeah, Lily fucking... That's the first thing. Quite like a cat. Just jumps right in, head first into a fucking huge cardboard box. All right. And then later on, she's fucking coming in and out of them like a ghost baby, and that's not great for me.
Yeah, she really comes out like one hand, crinky elbow first. Yeah. I don't like it.
Dear God. They get reunited with Handsome, and I think like the bear at this point, or the bear happened earlier. Either way, it happens.
Well, there's like a dinner scene where the oldest is eating at the table like a person with her glasses on.
Yeah.
And then the fucking youngest is just fisting cherries.
She doesn't give a shit about, and like her teeth are all kinds of fucked up.
Well, they're baby teeth. Who gives it?
She doesn't give a fuck about crunching on cherry pits.
No.
Let me tell you.
No.
Give me that whole ass cherry. I'll work it out later.
Cherry, they're expensive too.
They are, and these ones look plump.
Oh my God.
You know these are good ass cherries.
This doctor's got a budget for cherries.
Yeah.
The youngest sleeps under the oldest's bed like a creepy bunk bed because like she's made like a nest of sticks underneath there.
She has. I get that because you know it's like 100% protection. You're under the bed of your older sister, and that's the only person you have aside from a floating ghost. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that there is indeed another bed in the room, which would be much more comfortable, I'm sure.
Nah, sticks.
Sticks and leaves and dirt
on the hard floor.
Fucking Lily is not clean at any point during this movie. Victoria cleans up just fine. They find him filthy on top of a fridge in the fucking cabin. Obviously, bathing isn't a priority, despite there being water in the drawing. But at no point does Lily get fully clean. It never happens.
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe she gets clean and then like a dog immediately just runs out and...
That must be the case.
It has to be.
It's just like, oh, I'm only willing to bathe if there's a bucket of dirt nearby.
I feel like they wouldn't, like, find 2 feral kids in the woods and just leave them dirty. I feel like they got to get them clean to set a precedent. Like,
yeah.
If these kids get any more dirty, CPS will take them away.
Imagine the CPS... There's like a fucking wellness check every 2 weeks here. Hey, we're coming in because we know what the kids are like.
Yeah, you found those kids? We just want to have a look.
Yeah, make sure that, it's not horrible.
We're actually here to make sure they haven't eaten you.
That you're getting enough sleep when they're crawling around in the hallways?
Yeah, are you okay? I know they're shitting just wherever because they don't know what a toilet is.
Or time.
Where are these kids shitting? Where's the scene where you're like, this is a toilet, you have to go in this?
Right?
And she's like, nah, just wherever!
Fucking, standing on porcelain would probably be so jarring after just being able to let shit leave your body like a buffalo.
Yeah. You mean I get to relax my knees and and really read a book while this is happening? Wiping? What?
Oh, that's new.
You're gonna get right the fuck out with that.
So let's get into this, Matt. Because I understand that you've written quite a substantial amount about the one of the characters in this next scene.
Yeah.
Dr. Dreyfus is the therapist's name. Mm-hmm. And he's at the records building.
On Dixon Street.
Okay.
It's on Dixon Street. I saw that.
I'm glad you saw that. You would have seen that.
Dixon Street.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, not even Dixon?
Yeah.
Dixon.
Dixon.
Perfect. Well, these are these children are female. So he's got to, I guess, get it in somewhere else. So he's in the records building, and he's trying to look up the story of this fucking woman that Victoria, while under hypnosis, is like, yeah, she raised us.
Yeah, here's a story that a 7-year-old who was living in the woods told me. Mm-hmm. Find some facts.
I'll look into this because I'm sure it's credible.
Here's some literal nonsense. Now, where are the books on this?
Victoria hummed a lullaby while staring out the window like an insane person. This is familiar to me. I think she probably says the name Edith. I could be wrong, though. The first thing I noticed, and now the records keeper at this house of records is a fucking nightmare to interact with.
She's a lonely person, and she makes no bones about hiding it.
Despite this, though, in behind Mr. Dreyfus, doctor, if you will, you can see an old man just undulating in a chair, and nobody says boo about that shit. Nobody says a single thing about the comatose old man rocking back and forth like he's remembering Nam.
Look, he just needs a place to sit during the day.
Jeez Louise, does he ever.
He needs to get out of the house.
I didn't even see books in front of him.
That's the thing. He doesn't care. He just needs to be out of the house.
Fuck's sake. Anyway, that was creepy.
I didn't notice that man, but
It reminded me of fucking actually Stephen King's It in the library scene where there's a fucking old lady in the back with a horrible smile.
Right. I forgot all about that shit.
Yeah. I don't know what use he had in this movie because this isn't a movie about a clown that eats children, but he was there. We just added him in.
I wish it was a movie about a clown that eats children.
Well, it may be in the near future. So this fucking records keeper, right? And, Dr. Dreyfus is like, I'm looking up I need information about this one specific patient from this one specific hospital. So the records keeper promptly brings over every book on every hospital in the entire tri-state area.
Yeah, this fucking dramatic ass librarian looks him in the eyes and goes, a mental institution in the area, that doesn't exist. Here, I brought you police records from the last 3 years. I know you said this happened a long time ago, so is the last 3 years okay?
Here's useless book. Oh, I know you asked for this book. Here's a useless book.
Yeah. So here's the police records. If you want to thumb through those, you can.
Mm-hmm. You got all day, right?
Yeah.
I've stacked dozens of books in front of you.
Yeah, these are for you. Just go through them. You might find something. Now, I know I said there was no mental institutions, but what about this old-ass book? This log of patients from a mental institution from 5 kilometers away.
Oh, so the exact thing that I asked for.
Oh, but this one's from forever ago.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
When I walked the fuck in here, lady, that's exactly what I said to you.
But I have all these police records.
I really wish somebody would wipe the dust off these.
So here's this book. Now, if you happen to go to page 31, I don't know if you will or not. But exactly what you're looking for is right there, and I've wasted your time because I needed somebody to talk to today.
I didn't even think about it. She had the fucking page number on deck.
She might as well have had it dog-eared, for fuck's sake.
She had that shit locked in. She fucking, before bringing it over, looked through the book and found the exact information.
Yeah, like fucking David Blaine, page 31, was this your mental patient? All right, well, shit. I'll be here if you have any questions, and then just sits down right in front of him.
Yeah. Making fucking uncomfortable eye contact the whole time. Quite like David Blaine as well.
Yeah. So we cut to the hallway scene.
Yeah.
The hallway scene.
I mean, there's a couple, but this is a good one.
This is the one where you get Annabelle in bare feet walking down the hallway. I made sure that was the first note.
That she was in bare feet?
She's barefooted.
She's the only person in the entirety of the United States that takes her shoes off in the house.
That's smart.
Nobody fucking... And it's not even their house. That would be like the time to wear shoes in it.
Well, she's...
You're traipsing through kid shit?
I bet that doctor comes in and is like...
What the fuck?
Guys,
I can see the boot prints.
It's
right?
rent-free. That doesn't mean you can't clean. Guys, that's kind of the deal here. You keep it tidy... You don't pay the rent.
She promptly doesn't at all keep it tidy also.
Well, she's doing the laundry in this scene.
She does laundry and some dishes occasionally.
She fucking loves doing... I think 80% of this is her doing laundry in bare feet.
So in this scene, it's mama time in the bedroom. And she's got laundry. And she's coming up with the laundry. Mm-hmm. And Victoria provides a distraction. Hey, the dog's loud outside.
Yeah. This whole time though, you get Lily. She's in.
Yeah.
So it's a one shot thing. Mm-hmm. And it's positioned in a way where you can see into a room, but also down the hallway.
Just the view from just outside the doorway into the room hallway.
And you get Lily like dicking around, and you're like, oh, the kids are playing. That's great because something's pulling on this blanket.
Right.
But then Victoria steps into the hallway, and you're like, ooh, shit. And then all of a sudden, you can see this horrible silhouette of something that's yanking the blanket upwards.
Yeah, high. Also, like, they're playing tug-of-war with the blanket, and Mama just lets go and literally bashes her fucking head off the wall.
Yeah,
hard.
That kid gets treated like shit by that ghost.
Yeah, dude. Taking her out of a fucking upstairs window, just dropping her in the bushes later.
I don't understand why she thinks that's better than a living human being. That's not horrible to look at.
And who's warm to touch.
And like
instead of wet and cold.
You look at your sister and you're like, that's what a human looks like.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Seeing this monster.
What is this? Look. You get to see this lady, Edith. Edith is her name.
Yeah.
You get to see her in a flashback. And
here's the thing, right? About Edith in the flashback versus Edith as the ghost. Edith in the flashback doesn't look that much better.
That's what I'm saying.
Edith looks pretty bad in the face.
I take one look at Edith, and I'm like, that lady's going to be some trouble in the afterlife. No
That's
way
not gonna
she's
be a happy specter.
Yeah, no way she's just dying. That lady's becoming a monster.
She's coming back because God plagued her with looking like that in life.
Yeah, good Christ.
I will say I knew I've obviously seen this movie before, probably a couple times, but even the first time I saw it, I knew that it wasn't Victoria in the room.
Yeah.
Because Victoria doesn't make the same noises a creaky door makes.
Yeah, Mama seems to...
Mama's love language is sounding like an old house.
An old house with a gag reflex. A lot of, like, half the things she says are gagged out, or it's her bones just like...
Yeah, dude. Like the fucking chick from The Grudge.
It's the exact same... He probably sampled those sounds. But you get a shot before... Because, like, yeah, she's like, hey, go... The dog's outside. Don't go in that room. Mm-hmm. And then... Yeah, Victoria goes in there, but before she goes in, she pulls her glasses off because Mama don't like that.
Here's the thing.
Mama, either that or she's like, oh, I don't want to see that shit again.
Yeah.
Let me blind myself so I don't have to look at that.
So I don't understand this part. Every single one of Victoria's interactions with Mama has been with her glasses off. At what point, because we don't get to have a scene where she's like, oh, you saw me and you didn't like that? let's make it so you can't see me. Get those glasses off your face. Because by the time Mama shows up at the beginning of the movie, her glasses are already gone.
Yeah.
So when the fuck did that happen? When did she realize I shouldn't be able to see this thing and then continued to have fun with it with her little sister?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even sure if it's even fun she's having because it seems very like, you better have fun with me. I'm your mama.
There's that element. And then also like, I don't know at what point in the movie she just goes like, I'm not a fan of this anymore. But there is a point where that happens.
It
happens procedurally, but like, I don't know when she made the decision. She could have already been feeling this way.
She coulda, like, honestly,
Dad shows up again, and then she's like, all right, well, fuck this weird ghost.
Glasses are on, and I'm like, oh, okay, ugly. Ugly.
Clearly not my mother.
Edith, I wrote this down, is literally the ugliest thing I've ever seen. She is so ugly. Her hands are ugly. Her face is ugly.
Mm-hmm.
She's a man in a prosthetic costume. She's ugly. She's ugly.
Yes,
but
it's true.
I feel like
all true.
I feel like she kind of switches to Team Anna after she's like, "Oh yeah, Mama's just gonna kill her." I feel bad because she's feeding me food that aren't cherries.
I'm happy to have a balanced diet now.
Oh man, my stool is brown and solid like it's supposed to be.
I'm not sad at the idea of going to the bathroom.
Yeah, every meal isn't a labor of stool.
It's the opposite of a labor of stool. It's unwanted in all ways. So
Christ.
fucking I don't this shit. We got Annabelle and Luke in the fucking bedroom. All right? And this is the point where Annabelle is really trying to dump Luke and leave. That's where this conversation is going.
Is it?
Yeah. She literally goes, "I can't do this." And he goes, "Hey, how about you do this?" And this is banging in the house.
This is banging, just laying for relations. They're consummating their...
He fucking shuts down this breakup talk just right away. Nah, me though.
How about
dick though?
How about some of this Lannister cock?
Yeah. And then we got fucking voyeuristic mama looking from the goddamn hallway.
How about some of this Lannister banister? For those of you who don't know what a banister is, go look at
it's a hardwood railing, okay? That's what it is. It's a railing made of solid. It's a board of wood. Lannister.
But yeah, so she at some point and like peeks over her shoulder because they're doing it with the door open while children are in the house.
Yeah. Now they've been put to bed, but they have no concept of time and the lights are on.
Yeah. Yeah. So this fucking. There's definitely there's a tall figure in the doorway, and it's Mama checking it, just
watching,
just making sure everything's nice and marital, you know?
Yeah, hot wife.
You guys like being cucked by a ghost? It would have been really funny if she looked there and you could see like the reflection of glasses in like a lit cigarette.
Continue.
It's Mama time. It's after hours.
Oh jeez, showcase after midnight.
It was sometimes it was like 10:30.
Yeah,
10:30, and you see full blown penis right there.
Somebody in the studio there that controls the programming got impatient. I mean, fuck, it's midnight somewhere.
We can't let those fucking 15-year-olds wait all night. Show them the boobs.
The longer we wait for midnight, the more chance parents walk down and find out that their kid's not sleeping.
Quickly, put the boobs on so we can get back to Star Trek.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is we air during the day.
Star Trek and fucking, what's that shit called? Yeah, Stargate SG-1.
Yeah. It's, good God. Anyway, so I'm sure there's like an American version of Showcase. There has to be.
It's probably just fucking... Is Showcase Canadian?
It is.
That's news to me. I
And-
should have known because they had Kenny vs. Spenny on it.
And Trailer Park Boys.
And Trailer Park Boys, all right.
Yeah, they were making all of the edgy Canadian television that we enjoy as adults.
Anybody listening to the podcast, write in. What was your channel that if you got caught watching it at 11 at night, you'd get in trouble for more reasons than one?
Yeah, what was the one you kept on that... First of all, this is exactly what this button was for. The button where it's like last channel.
Yeah.
So snap back.
Yeah, dude. It's like opening porn in a browser and immediately opening another tab.
That's exactly what it's like. Second year puts up, last channel. Oh, yeah, I'm on YTV, Ma. Yeah, it's Goosebumps.
Look at fucking Luna from Big Comfy Couches complaining about the big mess.
Now let's see what the Red Shoe Diaries are making a mess of.
Yeah, I'm going to see a much bigger, comfier couch in a second.
Ugh.
Because that's all they banged on in the friggin' More Secrets of a Call Girl. It's all just soft over the back of the couch and you just see gyration.
I was a Red Shoe Diary.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
I tuned into one and it was literally, they were weightless in space. And they were just humping. I'm like, what?
Nice.
Where are the red shoes?
Where are the red shoes? Who's writing this down?
Oh my god. So yeah. So they get up to check to see if the fucking kids are there.
I'll tell you right now, once again, splitting up when you think there's a burglar is not, fucking Luco, stay here.
I got this.
Nah, dude, both of you go. Because that means one of them can attack the person from the back.
Yeah. They both fail to notice as they walk up to the kid's door that it slams shut.
It did. They're
Right
in
as
the
they
hallway and the door slams shut in the loudest part of the fucking thing.
They're looking at the door and it slams shut.
I don't. Yeah.
Maybe they're like, oh, that's like, you know how when you like open a door in your house and another door kind of like.
Yeah.
Maybe
or
that.
My bedroom door does it occasionally because I have airflow from the fan and the window open.
Mm-hmm.
If it happens at night, you can fucking better believe part of me thinks it's a ghost for half a second.
Yep.
And then I remember that that's retarded and I go about my business.
By the way, Mama in this movie is represented by moths a lot.
Yeah.
Just like there's no need to even mention the moths in this movie, but there's moths all over the fucking place.
There's really no, like, even when you get to see the fucking dream sequence with her backstory, moths aren't present.
No, but
They just come out of her fucking back later, like.
But Mama, she's fucking.
More like Mothma. It's Mothman. That's what it is.
Mothra.
Mama is the yeah. All the moth monsters. Okay, Moth Monster Man from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
And then Mama. They tried to shoehorn Mama in there.
Yeah.
Mama's got moths. But yeah, so yeah, they split up because like, oh, the kids are safe. Clearly, the kids are sleeping.
Maybe just grab the kids in the house. Don't leave them in the one bedroom with the door shut and the lights off.
But no,
there's a burglar.
they send a Lannister in.
Yeah.
Fucking, they're royalty, so they've never handled anything in their life. He's walking around his fucking creaky, cronky house, and he's like, oh, mold?
Weird.
A mold hole, huh?
This fucking house, this case house needs a deep clean.
Now you know
because
what?
there's black mold right on the wall.
And I'm gonna make sure it's black mold by getting my face right in there.
Because when you're concerned about the presence of black mold in your home, the most important thing is to get close enough to huff the spores into your brain.
Yeah. And especially when moths are coming out of the mold.
Why is there a moldy hole with moths in it in my house?
How did we miss that upon inspection?
When I was bringing the lamp up to the landing between the two flights of stairs and leaving it there like the most retarded furniture placement in the entire world.
Sometimes you gotta put a lamp somewhere.
Why didn't I see it then?
Well, mold only comes out at night.
Oh.
Maybe it's a really damp evening.
It must be humid. Okay.
So what happens when he gets right up in there just to check on the mold for some reason?
Well, giant and they're called arachnodactyli.
Yes, they are.
And people have them.
Yes,
I
they do.
believe the actor who did this character of Mama, who is a man, also just has those.
I believe his whole body is that.
Yeah. So it's also known as Marfan syndrome when your limbs, they just like hypergrow. So you could be like 5'6", but you have the hand of fucking Michael Jordan. And it's great. I'm kind of jealous because I wish I had fingers that long. Because I would scare everyone just by existing.
Oh man, I would pick fights with everybody, and then
you slowly ball the fist up in front of them, and they go, "Oh God!"
Not even you
just like grab their whole face.
No, man. So when you pick a fight with somebody, first of all, you have to be carrying something with that hand, like a bag.
Yeah.
And then when they're like, "Oh, what the fuck's about?" You bring that fist up and you pull the bag off it, and it's just this big monster fist. It's like, "What's up now, bitch? You just brought a knife to a gunfight."
You brought a knife to a fight with my fingers this long. Anyway, fucking those fingers come right out of that hole.
Yes, they do.
And then like a goatsy worst nightmare, Mama pops right out.
Oh, she does.
Pushes Luke over that Lannister banister. And he eats shit spectacularly down the stairs.
He's a really top-heavy guy. That's why he falls over the banister that's way higher than his waist.
Way higher than his waist, for sure. When he hits the stairs, it's like he just did a front flip off a trampoline. Because he fucking bounces like 3 feet into the air.
He does, and he lands on his feet again for a little bit, and then rolls right back down.
And, like, I don't know at what point of any of this resulted in a coma, but it did. So he's out of the picture now.
For a little bit. Mm-hmm. For a convenient amount of time.
Yeah, just long enough for Annabelle to warm up to the kids that she never wanted.
Yeah, well, I mean, the doctor sure fucking does guilt her into it by being like, hey, if you don't care for these kids, Lucas is going to wake up and there's going to be none. So...
He says, like, the worst part. I know you're trying to do what's right for you, but if you leave right now, you're going to ruin 3 lives. Jesus Christ! Okay, I guess I'll stick around.
Excuse me, my boyfriend is brain dead and there's a slap chop commercial happening.
That's the best, dude. He rolls down the fucking stairs and clearly he's fucked. And then, hey, it's Vince Offer from Slap Chop.
Is your boyfriend brain dead in a coma? Do you need a bunch of small onions but only have one big one? Let me show you what the fuck I can do.
Don't you hate when garlic gets that smell, just sticks on your fingers for 3 days after you cook something? And then fucking Lily's in there just like, yeah, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
You know what? He's making good points. He's making good points.
Yeah, Lily was sold on the slap chop. Oh, that thing that the second you use it to cut any vegetables, now the vegetables have sucked back up into the apparatus. And although he says it's easy to clean, it sure isn't.
I never had that problem. My problem was when you go to slap chop, the whole apparatus just comes apart.
That also.
Because it's just held together with 2 pieces of plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic clips surrounding a very sharp cheese grater.
Yeah, so the second you hit that button down, those plastic clips butterfly.
Yeah, they do.
And then you're left with just...
garlic everywhere.
Yeah, boom. So, hi, it's Vince with punching a hooker.
Yeah. Hi, it's Vince with getting my tongue bit and somehow I'm the victim.
So, the doctor is like, you know, it sucks. Sucks for you, but you're going to have these kids.
And then they go back to the house and she comes in. And what the fuck? Do you know what she says? Do you remember what she says?
What does she say?
I guess it's just going to be us for a while. Not sure how we're feeling about that. But I don't have a choice. Hey, kids, I don't want to be here with you. Enjoy that.
Well, I mean, look at her. Look at the haircut. This lady's in a band. She wants to play her bass.
She's got a very bad haircut, I'll be honest.
She's got a very bad band, so...
I focused on the Jessica Chastain part. She was really good in 0 Dark 30 when she had to sit in the corner of an interrogation room and watch a man get stripped down and shit his pants.
Well, you know, I just looked her up on IMDb and saw that she had long red hair, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, surprise, right?
Yeah. So, Anne's standing in the hallway at night. And
fast forward, Lily.
Yeah, just for some reason, she comes down the hallway for no reason, and then goes back down the hallway, but then... There's like the closet is like open a bit and sounds.
Ooh.
Awful sounds
that no natural thing makes. Nothing but like a dying coyote would make that noise.
Or an ungreased hinge.
Yes.
That's being pushed as slowly as possible. So we get the doctor he's getting his access to the girls. He's examining their rooms.
Yeah.
And he finds like this awful stick doll.
What the fuck is this gross thing made out of dirt and filth?
And then like, mama made that shit, I guess. Okay. I don't know.
Cool.
I think he recognized it from the thing.
Yeah.
And he's like reviewing tapes. And he keeps seeing that the girls like looking over his shoulder at somebody as if they're getting their answers from somebody over.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what's that? Oh, okay.
Here's my thing about that scene, right?
Yep.
Like he's watching something that he recorded on video himself. And then he just notices that she looks over in the corner. And for half a second, he thinks she's looking in the room he's watching the video in?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You wouldn't just, like, make sure, like...
No, because making sure is how you get killed face first, all right? I just let
fair enough.
Listen,
fair enough.
If there's a ghost, right? If the fucking insidious Darth Maul is hanging out in the corner of that room, and I don't look up there, if he decides to kill me, guess what? Fine. Because I didn't have to know first that he was in existence.
That's fair, yeah.
Right?
A quick and painless death, hopefully.
Those fucking green text creepypastas where it's like the thing is right behind you. I never look. Let it be.
Yeah.
Fine. It wasn't bugging me before.
Yeah, what's it gonna do? What's it doing?
All it's
that's
going to
so
do
bad?
is scare me, probably. I'd rather not.
I think it'd be a lot funnier to not look and then have it get impatient.
Yeah, super frustrated. Fine, I guess I'll go kill somebody else.
Ugh. So this is where we get that. Oh my god. Guess who's calling with some news?
Yeah.
Ring, ring, ring. Hey, it's me, the dramatic librarian. I've got something you're gonna want to see.
I want her
Click.
to be.
That's the message. Okay, peace. You didn't answer, but I got something you want to see. Okay, bye.
Don't leave any of the pertinent information on the message.
Yeah. Hey, is this?
How do I know it's not just like your tits out?
I would hope.
What if you're just a freaky old lady?
I would hope she would just send a Polaroid. Fax a Polaroid over.
Yeah,
she's a librarian.
Oh my god.
Okay, is this thing that you think I need to see, is it written word on a page? Because you could read that to me.
You could read it over the phone. Again, great point. You could just fax it to my office because I have one as a therapist.
Well, what she has can't be faxed.
That's true.
We find out later that no, this is something he's going to want to look at, but honestly, she could have been like, hey, this is what this is.
Yeah.
What do you think?
But
no.
Probably, given what the object is, or series of objects, might be worth mentioning on the phone first. Instead of just jarring you.
We get that wicked scene of Anne putting the kids to bed where she just grabs the kid by the face and slams it down.
Fucking tucks her in so gingerly and then mushes her into the pillow. Good night.
Which is really funny because later Mama does that to her.
Yes, that's like a lot.
Yeah.
That's the go to sleep motion. That's what we recognize as you need to sleep now.
She does it and then is like surprised that it doesn't work and it just keeps happening. Anyway.
Morning, the dinner scene there for a second where she's just putting uncooked can of something in a bowl for the kids to eat.
Pasta, probably.
Good job doing nothing at all.
Well, you saw how she celebrated with the pregnancy test, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's a hassle to use this can opener.
Like, she was so happy about that. I don't think she saw, like, the next week she's going to have to be feeding feral children raviolis.
No, that's a big change. At this point, though, I wrote down Annabelle's really good at being confrontational with a 5-year-old child because, like, Lily's looking at Mama in the fucking hallway or whatever, and then Annabelle would like turn around every so often. What's so funny?
You laughing at my haircut?
Because I get it. Either way, yeah, good parenting right there, really good. We're getting into some stuff now that makes me upset. The good night, and then is this the dream sequence here?
Not quite.
Okay, so still creepy stuff is happening in the fucking house.
This is where like she slams the kid's head down, and the other one's just like, don't even, I'm under the bed.
Just stay away from me.
She just screams no at her when she looks at her. Like, all right, that's my job's done then.
Listen, honestly, that's about as much language as you need in that moment. Okay? You got your point across.
So this is where the kids, the fucking closet door opens, and it's Mama time again.
It is, yeah. And this is when we hear through the vents, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
You had the hammer earlier. Keep it. There's no Luke now, especially. Have a weapon.
Have something else. Have a longer range weapon.
Yep. Don't just amble in there where you're hearing adult noises in the kids' room barefoot with nothing.
Oh my god.
And then the fucking she reaches for the door handle to the bedroom and it slams. That got me. There's only 2 jump scares in this movie that actually got me. That was one.
Yeah, I there was one where I said woof.
Yeah.
And but I enjoyed that. This scene is creepy because this is the one where she like gets out of bed. She's like, "Oh, the kids are humming. I'm gonna go tell them to shut the fuck up
and go to sleep."
And she like gets down by the vent to like listen.
Yeah.
And like, and then you hear, and it's like,
that's not a kid. All right.
Interesting. That's a demon voice singing in response. It's like a very deep, hollow woman's voice.
You could tell there's no life behind that voice.
There's not an alive person alive that makes that noise. This is not a noise. And like, look, the kids are singing. This thing is singing in response. That's fine. It seems like they're having a very consensual, happy time in there.
Cordial conversation between 3 parties right there. That's just a discussion.
When they're screaming, that's when I'm going in.
Yep.
You kids are screaming. Okay, there's trouble.
Later on, when she's got the headphones on, she waits for so much screaming to happen to do anything. They fucking scream all through the house at nothing.
It's like when construction workers, when it starts raining, they draw a circle on their window, and like if 3 drops hit that in like a minute, she's like, she has to wait for the amount of screams to pick up.
Oh, the sufficient number of screams.
Yeah,
right.
Before she stands up, because standing up at our age, fuck that.
That's an order, especially when you're watching something good on the internet and you got headphones in, like you're zoned into it.
She's not even watching anything good. She's
listening to recordings of horrible nightmares.
Yeah, she stole the doctor's laptop.
Yeah, nobody ever mentions the fucking petty theft of an entire Sony Vaio laptop. It's like $1,300, by the way.
It's because nobody wants to admit that they had one that got stolen. So she hears this demon humming coming from the vent and decides, let's go towards it.
Yeah.
Let's travel toward that, because cut your losses. You didn't even want them to begin with.
No, just let them do their own shit, and if they die, that's a win-win for you.
Yeah, it's a whatever's happening is friendly.
Luke gets out of the coma, you get to console him because he's going to be an emotional wreck, and then it strengthens your relationship, and then you go back to playing shitty Marilyn Manson covers in the basement of your friend's mom's house.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Just like that. Probably take like a day and a half.
Lucas, you know how that ghost shot out of the wall and made you bust your fucking neck?
Well, she killed your nieces too.
Surprise, surprise. I got out of there unscathed mainly because I didn't care.
Yeah.
I showed a very lack.
That's fine. We should have left the house right away, but didn't out of fear. And
this was gonna happen sooner or later. This is all I gotta say.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Should have let it go with Auntie Jean.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so whatever, it's for sure supernatural happening in this room.
Yeah.
And I wrote down, for real, it's a ghost. For sure, you don't need to check unless you're ready to see what a ghost looks like.
Yeah, man.
Nobody's ever ready to see what a ghost looks like because nobody ever has a camera ready.
That's true. And you don't ever see pictures of ghosts because they kill people who see them. The dish, the lid has been removed. Mm-hmm. It's food in there.
Yeah.
Do you want to taste it?
You don't.
No, this is shitty food, probably.
Guaranteed it's dog food.
Yeah. Great.
But no, so this sound that is not inviting whatsoever is emanating out of this room, but we're
just gonna pop right in there.
We better check on that.
And then the door shuts and it's like, okay, that's not your sign. Oh, you don't want me in there right now. Okay. Having some private time.
Yeah. Private time with a stranger.
Right on.
I get it. Locked door policy. But you really need to put a sock on there if there's a stranger in your room, kids. That's how I know not to come in when you've got a fucking stranger in your room.
Yeah.
It
just fucking goes in and, do you guys know what time it is? Oh, I guess you don't.
Oh my.
Just rub it in their face that they grew up in the shitty woods. Oh, you don't know regular people things yet. Because you're shitty kids who suck. My bad.
We just found you in the woods. I know you can't see the sun right now, so you have no idea what time it is, but do you know what time it is?
I'm pretty sure there was no working clock in that dirty cabin.
No, they go, the sun's here.
Yeah.
Well,
it must be sun time out.
Yeah, it's going to be getting to here soon, and when it's here, that's when Mama comes out, so glasses off. Bite the pillow, Mama's coming out.
She's coming out wet.
Oh my God.
Because it's a moist hole.
I wrote that the sound that whatever this song Mama's humming, it sounds like a haunted painting having a shit.
Yeah, it does.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, dude. That's that fucking... Yeah, that's like the Woman in Black song. He uses, I think, that song in something. Oh, no, it's the painting that he uses. So the fucking Edith face is in fucking Stephen King's It as well.
Of course. Of course. So yeah, she walks into the kids' room and the youngest fucks up by just looking at the closet huh?
What's in that closet?
What a horrible tell. I'm gonna play poker with this kid.
Yeah, dude, every time. I know exactly what's in your hand.
Yeah.
It's Mama.
And so the closet door's opened, just a horrible little crack.
Yeah, I'll shut that.
And there's this awkward silence where she's like, I know there's something awful in there, and
I've had enough for tonight.
I gotta look at it. I know I gotta. I gotta look because I know there's something terrible in that closet.
Yeah.
And she walks up, and then the oldest is like, "Hey, don't look in there, huh?"
Listen.
And I immediately I've been like, "You're right. You're right. Absolutely."
See, this is where I fuck up because no fucking 7-year-old is gonna tell me what to do. Okay.
In this case,
don't look in the closet. I'm fucking ripping that closet wide open, huh?
Well, her response is like, "What's in that closet, huh?"
Nothing.
What's in the? What's in the closet, Victoria?
Yeah.
Victoria.
And she just says nothing, and Annabelle just takes that. Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, here's my thing, right? Just for the service of the viewer, let's build tension by having her snail's pace reach for that door handle.
Yep.
She already knows she's not looking in the fucking closet, all right?
Yep,
just reach up and shut that shit.
She made that decision the second she was like, hey, don't look in there.
Yeah. Shut that shit violently.
Thanks for letting me know. I won't.
I could tell that you're warming up to me because you would have just let me get my neck twisted in half.
Yeah. Good Lord. Yeah, she takes her fucking sweet time to close that.
Yeah, I hated it.
And so then we get the doctor again, this know-it-all fucking doctor who's like, yeah, that deep voice singing you heard, well, that's just a dissociative personality disorder because the oldest one is taking on the responsibilities of being a mama.
So we're going to take the bare bones idea of a psychological problem that people know very little about and use that to explain something that just doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that people can have several different voices with DID. Here's my thing. However fucking old she is at this point, there's no way that her vocal cords are at a point where she can sound like a 40-year-old man.
No, probably not.
Certainly not much louder, and at the same time, also using her own voice.
And also, just fucking sounding like a goddamn demon.
Yeah, dude. Is fucking Victoria smoking cigarettes at night? That's what's in the closet. Just cartons.
Oh my god.
Of putters. Bad ones.
Cherries ruin your throat.
Yeah. She's been swallowing too many of those rough pits.
Oh, yeah. So this is where the fucking librarian...
Yeah, dude. Let's
Hold on.
Let's fucking discuss this librarian scene.
I gotta do this real quick.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready. So they're at the Hollow Records again in Clifton Forge. Welcome to this warehouse of shelves. And
now, first of all, okay, this is like the Indiana Jones, like where they put the Ark of the Covenant at the end. This is just a fucking miles-long warehouse with shelving 20 feet high, stacked with boxes of case files, missing and dead people. What ladder is this old bitch getting on to put those boxes up there? You got a scissor lift in there?
Not only that, but this is a tiny fucking town.
It is. How many fucking people have ran through this town and died?
Enough for a warehouse full of discarded materials.
Holy shit.
So this goddamn dramatic ass librarian who can't just tell
fucking life story.
Can't just give you some facts like a librarian would. She's got to be like, well, listen. Welcome to this thing. Here's the tour of this awful place
that I fucking forced to work in. I must be.
Here's aisle 17, the lost and found for things you don't want to find. Is what she's... Every repository like this has an aisle 17.
Yeah, dude. Fucking R.L. Stein's telling me a story.
It really is. Jesus. So yeah, she's like going down there and... Look, aisle 17 is literally boxes of dead bones that nobody wants anything to do with.
It is.
It's just bones on shelves. She's like, I don't think it's right that all these... human bones are just up here on a shelf in this government place. But I'm gonna work here and I'm gonna sort them every fucking day and I'm gonna go through these boxes of bones till I find the right box of bones.
Yeah, I just deal with old bones. She goes, I'm not a religious person, but I do believe there's a place for human remains.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Technically, a box is a place for human remains.
Yeah.
You could put human remains right in there. It fits great.
Yeah, there's you know what? Anywhere human remains go is a great place for human remains.
Unless it's like in my food.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'll pass on that.
I also don't want the ashes of human remains blown in my face on a roller coaster.
Yes.
So stop doing that at Disney World, you fucking assholes.
Honestly, if that's ever happened, I would be so happy.
It happens a lot.
People just bring their fucking grandma's ashes on the road. Grandma would have loved it. Her dying wish was to go on the Behemoth again.
That's it. Yeah, like, this was her favorite thing.
Oh and then fucking God. Oh! And people are just reenacting the end of The Big Lebowski just fucking all the time at Disney World.
Like, so you're all the biggest thing, you're throwing your hands up. Whoa!
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Did an ashtray just explode?
That's how you get possessed, too. Like, you just eat grandma.
Oh, good fucking God.
That's disgusting, dude. At least have the common decency to sit at the back of the roller coaster.
You would hope.
You know?
Sometimes you don't get to choose.
How do you sneak that on, by the way?
I don't know.
Its urns are not small. All right? The smallest urn I've ever seen is the one that I have for my cat. That can fit in the palm of your hand, but like most urns, fuck, dude, they're a mantelpiece.
I'm wondering if like they had the plastic bag and they just like stuffed it in their pocket.
Respectful.
Real respectful.
The TSA loved rifling through that.
You know what's even more respectful? Just moving a fucking cemetery and then and then expecting people to claim the remains of something from the 1800s because that's what Clifton Forge is all about.
My main thing here is that Ancestry.ca did not exist.
No.
So there's no way to know. Oh, I'm sure I had some fucking great uncle who died in Clifton Forge because he jumped off of the fucking train bridge or something. I don't care, though.
Do you know how many people have the same last name and aren't related?
Dude, Smith? In 1880, every third person's last name was Smith.
Oh my god. So you'd just be calling up the fucking, just call the cemetery. Hey, you guys move?
Yeah.
Every 3 months, you guys moving yet? You got any bones labeled Jones down there? Got any bones for Jones? Nah? You call me if you find any, though. I'll identify those fuckers.
I need my Jones bones.
So yeah, they're just so they moved the cemetery all these years ago, and nobody claimed these bones from 100 years ago. Even if you call me up and like, hey, we're moving this cemetery, and your great great uncle's got some bones here, I don't give a fuck.
No, not remotely at all.
What?
Oh, the guy I never met and knew nothing about up until this point because I would have seen him at some point in the cemetery if I knew him.
You're moving the cemetery? Move the bones!
Here's the thing, right?
Bring the bones with them! Bring the whole grave!
How about this instead?
What are you doing?
Leave them.
Yeah, sure.
Take the cemetery, put it over there, move the tombstone if you want, but just leave the bones where they are. They're chilling.
Why are you calling me? I'm not gonna know. If I'm visiting the tomb, there's the grave. Cool.
Yeah, sick.
I better check to make sure the bones are still there, like a fucking dog. No.
You could just as easily lie to me and say the bones are right there.
You're moving the cemetery? Or you're probably building houses where the cemetery was. Why do I have to claim the bones? Just bring the bones. Bring the whole dead body.
Yeah,
sure. I would prefer it to stay in the ground.
Yeah.
Honestly?
Does it cost me less to do that?
Yeah.
Am I going to be charged for this move?
Like, if I say no, what, are you going to leave them there?
How do you clean dirty bone remains off of the back of a U-Haul?
What am I going to do with these bones? I can't have them. It's illegal.
I'm going to visit the essence of a person. I don't literally want to see their skull in my hand like Hamlet.
But no,
Chilling.
So yeah, nobody claimed this dead fucking bones.
Oh my god, dude!
Here's the hallway of bones.
So this whole thing is about this fucking woman who fucking stole her baby from a mental institution, then jumped off a cliff. Now, this fucking records keeping bitch goes, "Do you believe in ghosts?" And then therapist Dreyfus goes, "No, I don't." And then she goes, "Oh, I'll explain what ghosts are to you."
Now you believe in them because I said their thing.
Here's a story about what I believe in about ghosts, even though you don't believe in it.
Hey. Boo!
Anyway, here's your dead fucking baby you wanted. Here's your box of dead baby.
She doesn't even fucking tell him what it is. This is what she called him to. Like, hey, I got something you're going to want to see. Come on down. Here's a box. Get out of here.
Later on in the movie, while Annabelle is rifling through the paperwork that Dreyfus just fucking left in their house, the confidential case files about the research that he's writing about the kids in the house. Hey, I'm just going to leave this on. Don't open it. I'm going to take you at your word on this. We're using the honor system. Anyway, he got that box after a request for remains. So he knew what it was.
They didn't. Look, I was under the impression she's like, here's a dead baby. Get out of here.
Yeah, so that's what she did, but it's because he asked for the dead baby.
See, I guess he must have done his research then and figured out that there was a dead baby involved here. Because, I thought she was just like, hey, I kept researching after you left because I'm nosy. So, look come here. Look at dead baby right there. Look at that. Look at that shit right there.
Isn't that fucked?
Oh, my God. So, her fucking story is when a corpse is left out, the elements wither it and turn it into a crinky, cronky thing.
I think she actually uses Crinky Cronky as a descriptor.
It's a great descriptor for this fucking thing.
It is.
And so I guess a ghost is an emotion that's bent out of shape and forced to repeat itself until it rights its wrong.
Yeah, fucking Casper's grandma working the records room at this fucking, talking about this ghost's unfinished business.
Yeah. First of all, let's talk about this ghost's business.
Yeah.
It stole a baby.
I believe
are we sure it's its baby? We don't know. All babies look the same.
It was its baby. She was also a nut brain, so maybe not.
And so she's running through the woods.
Yeah, giving the baby, shaking baby syndrome out the ass, jiggling this baby around while running through the woods, by the way.
And she comes to a cliff, and she's just like, well, these people are coming for me. I'm a jump.
Peace.
What's her business? The baby, first of all, the baby doesn't die because the baby gets caught on a branch, Bugs Bunny style.
That's the business. The business is where'd that baby go I wanted. That's the whole business.
So her business is killing babies.
Couple things you glossed over here.
Oh, okay.
Number one, this is during an Annabelle dream sequence. So she's dreaming about this. She is in looking at it through the eyes of Edith, which is Mama's name.
Ugly, ugly, ugly woman.
The way in which this dream sequence starts is a gnarled hand with a fucking knitting needle shoots up like Doom Eternal, and you're playing a fucking FPS game where you stab a nun and take a baby.
It does.
Holy shit.
Honestly,
it's the fucking beginning of a stage gear up where you see the whole gun and they're like brandishing it.
Yeah, they like check it over, and then it falls into place. Honestly, I wouldn't have even batted an eye after she stabbed those nuns if she did like a tactical reload, just spun it around and popped the...
Like a butterfly knife? Okay, now we got to get the care package. We got to get to the LZ. Turns out the LZ is in the water off a cliff.
Jump, jump, jump! You drop the care package. You got to restart the mission.
Sucks.
I don't know how you...
literally describing unfinished business right now. That's what that is. You got to start over from the beginning.
Yeah, we get that whole thing just kind of fisted towards us because Annabelle has a dream.
Yeah. A couple things. Annabelle has a dream within a dream, which pissed me right off.
I didn't like that either.
Let me tell you, she wakes up from this fucking knitting needle dream. She looks over, Victoria's there. Oh, what's under the bed? Well, it's fucking Mama. And then she, when she is scared of Mama being in her face, screams and then just pulls the curtain, bed sheet over her like that's gonna save her life. And then she wakes up again.
I like the transition there.
It was good.
It was good.
It was a good transition.
I enjoy because like that's a horrible dream to have, and you wake up.
Effects wise, the dream sequence was also cool. I like what they did with basically all of that. They do a similar thing with some of the recordings of like Victoria's hypnosis shit, where they just crank up the shadows and highlights, and like desaturate everything.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's a cool look.
It is. Yeah. So this kid's like just staring at her. Like that's even worse.
Yeah, don't do that.
But then I really enjoy the like. So what's under the bed? Victoria, what's under the bed? What's under the bed, Victoria?
Please.
And like Mama's just like she's like chewing on the bottom of the bed. I don't know.
Later on in the movie, she sucks fucking Annabelle's soul out through her back. I think that was like the same because she was sleeping on her back.
Yeah, she does some sort of sucking. She sucks something.
She really is a lesbian because she only sucks women. The guys she just fucks right up.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure she just touches Jamie Lannister's face later, and
his face once, and then she just goes right into his chest and pokes his heart a little.
Oh yeah, she gives him a dim mock.
Yeah, dude. She's got the 5-point palm exploding heart technique mastered with hands that size.
Well, she's probably been doing it on raccoons in the woods. This is still my notes on this fucking dramatic ass librarian.
Still
fucking
pissed about the librarian.
Pan's Labyrinth old lady bitch just harboring
with this fucking librarian, dude.
Hold on, this might still be more notes on it. Oh yeah, no. Okay, here we go. We're good. I didn't continue to just hate this lady.
Right after this, we get dream number 2, right? Yeah, dream number 2 in Luke's coma because Luke's been in a fucking coma this whole time. Where his brother shows up at the train underpass and goes, "Save my children," and just points out into the woods.
Yep, go to the cabin. It's roughly this way.
It's not vague.
Also, like in this scene when he's having his coma nightmare, So is Mama just in the electricity?
Here's my thing,
like, it's
right?
flickering, and then like she's like trying to log in on the computer by typing Mama 100 times.
But she's only got the username. She doesn't have the password.
Exactly. Also, Mama, I don't think you've got access to this. I'm sorry.
Like, why are you trying to fuck with the electronics of an entire hospital just so you can get close to a guy you want killed?
Mm-hmm. And
that's just rude to the other patients.
And like, why was she giving him that dream of like? Save the kids.
All I can think is that it's not Mama. It's just the spirit tied to Mama of his dead brother who was killed by her. Okay? You got to make a mental leap in order for any of that to make sense.
This sounds like some crystal ball bullshit.
So this prophecy gives Luke a seizure that wakes him up, which is the opposite of what happens when you have a seizure. And the Asian doctor that enters the room turns the light on, but the light doesn't turn on in the room, despite the lights working in the room. So fuck you, movie.
Well, that's Mama jiggling the electricity around because she does that.
Jiggling it around.
Because
But the light right over top of his face works just fine, so you can see how good the seizure is.
When Mama's around, even electricity knows to get the fuck out of here. I'm not sticking around for this.
And like, if you wanted him dead and you were there, why not just kill him in a coma? You're fucking obviously perfectly capable of doing that.
Well, the light above his head was covered in moths, so like Mama had to be there, right?
Yeah, you're right. So that doesn't make sense.
So yeah, there's this whole dream. Yeah, Lucas comes right out of his seizure with the presence of doctors.
Yes.
The doctors walk in the room. We're here. Oh, okay.
Sick.
No, it's not even that. First of all, they're like,
nap I just had.
They walk in and like, let's get this guy some lorazepam. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, okay.
Give me a nap, please.
I'm awake, please.
I'm in the hospital.
I sure do need to chill out.
Give me what you got.
Did I hear drugs? Oh, I'm fine. Yeah. Perfect.
Annabelle sees Victoria crying in the fucking bathroom because this jar of cherries won't open.
You're telling me you're still eating cherries,
right? You wouldn't be sick of them? If I make a chili and I eat it for 4 days, I'm like, that's good for chili for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Let alone cherries for 5 years.
Yeah. And
Jesus Christ.
She's fucking, yeah, so she's like trying to open this thing and the jar of cherries and Anne's like, I can do that for you. And she's like, don't. I don't want you to get hurt because...
She gets jealous.
I think she like strokes her face like, don't touch me. Mama gets jealous. Mama gets fucking jealous. Like...
Mama's the worst helicopter parent.
What are my dirty forest cherries not good enough for you anymore? These fucking... I rolled it across the floor for you.
I can pick you up way too high in the air.
Huh, so now you're too good for red diarrhea, huh? This red diarrhea is too good.
You're too good for red diarrhea and not ever being able to go to the grocery store with me. Having to go get your own fucking groceries eventually.
Oh,
and
my God.
Never having kids around the house. Because they take one good look at me and they're not coming around again.
Yeah, your birthday party's going to be lonely unless you have them somewhere else.
God forbid you ever bring a guy home. Oh, that's what you're going to look like when you're older? Bye.
Yikes. This is so this is the scene where I didn't realize that she was an aunt. I thought she was grandma. So at some point I just started calling her Aunt Grandma. So she shows up and she's like, it's my day to take the kids.
She shows up having obviously hired a private investigator to dig into the lives of these two people. Or at least Annabelle. Because she was like, give me these kids for a few days and you can play with your band. How the fuck do you know I play in a band, bitch?
Good point.
Where'd you get that information from?
Yeah, she basically is like, yeah, I'll take the kids. You just go drink those beers, huh?
Yeah.
You drink all your beers.
Loaded like the scumbag I know you are. First thing she does, I see a bruise on a child's face. Why are you abusing my children?
Why are these kids who are likely throwing themselves down the stairs for a fun time bruised?
Fuck's sake.
Why are these kids we found in the woods a week ago bruised?
Yeah. Why are they not being pampered like Ivy League students?
Why are these feral, bruised children so bruised?
Why are these children whose job it is to have bruises here? Why do they have them?
Why are these exact same bruises they had 2 weeks ago still here?
Yeah. That's not an excuse. And then, Anna's like, fuck you, then get out. Cool.
Yeah,
and then for some reason, Luke is just pissed about that. He wasn't stoked about the idea of her being in the fucking picture either. He was like, just do some visits, but fuck.
Yeah.
Let me have them, you know?
Who cares if this old lady gets visits? She's an aunt, for fuck's sakes.
And then...
An aunt.
Let me tell you, Annabelle, I don't know why or at what point she decided to put up with this much, But right there on the phone, after she fucking kicks Aunt Jean out of the house, Luke basically goes, yeah, I care more about those kids than you.
Yeah, he does. He says that shit.
Right after being like, you're a piece of shit for forgetting about that visit.
Yeah, he says
Sick.
He says that, and she's obviously like upset and hangs up. Cut right to like these things that you care more about, trying to jam a bug into a stuffed animal's mouth. Nice prized possessions you got there. Real winners.
Holy shit.
You really got some shiny Charizards there.
Fuck. Some shiny Charizards. Dr. Therapist goes back and reads or watches more hypnosis shit. And fucking I don't remember how he realizes the hole. Oh, the hole just magically appears during a session. He's having a session where Victoria is under hypnosis, and he goes, fucking show me mama, I'm gonna scream in your face.
Oh, yeah. Hole. Yeah, he's like, hey, where's mama? And she's like, she doesn't.
Do you really want to know, Doc?
Well, he apparently he does, because he's gonna shout at this child.
Yeah.
Even shows her like a picture, and like, oh, ugly lady.
Yeah, dude.
Just an ugly person.
Making that, yeah. You thought she was ugly now? Guess what? Still was when she was alive.
Yeah, like there's just ugly. Ugly.
This poor actress. I hope she hears this.
I'm certain this is a man. This is the dude in prosthetics. It has to be. Nobody is this ugly.
It's very difficult to be this ugly. Make it to adulthood.
Yeah,
like,
this is
people like to put you in like a sack and throw you in the river.
Yeah. Oh, this is an ugly look.
Yeah.
Ugly.
You're just waving your finger about how ugly.
So yeah, this is the scene where he's like, so where's mama?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is mama, you little shit?
That's the energy he brings for sure.
And then like, is this mama? Is this ugly picture of? Is this mama? This ugly lady?
And fucking Victoria's like, all right, man, you asked.
Yeah.
So there's the mold hole. Why don't you stick your head in there?
And mama chimes in with the worst fucking sounds you'll ever hear.
Yeah, but that's all. She doesn't really do much else here.
And then the doctor just fucking leaves. He's like, hey,
pieces right out.
I pissed that ghost off upstairs. See you later.
I made your life way worse in this house.
Yeah. Oh, you're not gonna just stay down here for a couple hours. It's not good up there. Goodbye.
Yeah, and then fucking decides that's incentive enough to want to try and travel interdimensionally. He's fucking, let's research these portals. This is the real research that I've been trying to do this whole time, is portals from a dirty cabin to this haunted house.
This is where I got lost. I did not care for this part of the movie. I was fine with Mama just being a ghost.
Yeah, I get mad because yeah. I mean, she is a ghost, but she's a ghost that's capable of opening a Stargate.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Which means all ghosts should be able to do that.
So fucking, we got nighttime here. Mama shows up.
This is where the knitting needle dream happens.
Yeah, that's fine. We covered it anyway.
Yeah, fucking doctor is like, hey,
this is a problem for me.
I didn't piss off a ghost.
So he decides that he needs to get to the fucking cabin.
Yeah.
I know where the other side of this portal is. I mean, theoretically, you could just step through it, but he's going to drive all the way out to Clifton Forge and find this cabin with the other side of the portal. I mean, he arrives during the day. And then, when he enters the cabin, it is nighttime. What did you do? Have 30 cigarettes by your car?
I did notice that. I was thinking maybe he was just like nervous, waiting for because maybe nighttime is mama time.
Okay, you're nervous about going into the cabin because of what you saw, and it shattered your idea of science and reality.
Yeah, so he went right to the heart of Mama Town.
So we go at night? Hey man, try again in the morning.
But like, well, it's morning. It's not mama time. It needs to be mama time.
Fucking mama.
Mama. So yeah, it's mama time. And mama's like, hey, what's up, Lily? Let's go for a walk outside.
In the air.
And Victoria's like, I'm not about that. I'm going to keep sleeping.
Fuck that shit.
But she has to talk in this broken English so that Lily understands, because Lily can't pick up on just words.
Yeah.
So like, nah, Victoria, stay. Peace, Lily.
Lily gets real upset and tries to beat the shit out of her older sister briefly.
Yep.
And then, she just goes out the window. And then Dr. Dreyfus, the therapist, arrives at the cabin, which prompts Mama to go and deal with that and just leave Lily in the brush outside.
Badass Mama.
Best mom.
What a great mama.
Hey, you're good, right? You
Yeah.
can climb back up there easily, I'm sure.
Hey, this is better than an actual human being. Huh? Huh?
Isn't it?
Who leaves you in the woods,
And
huh?
feeds you nothing but cherries.
Yeah. I'm your mama, bitch.
Who's your mama now?
I'm your dirty cherry mama. So she gets, and I think Anne like wakes up, goes to check on the kids or something like that.
Oh, we get the mama jump scare in the hallway there, where she is behind Annabelle and then pops in entirely in service of the viewer because it makes no difference.
And like whispers in her ear, I think, too, or
but
something.
she turns around and the fucking mama's gone. So that was just to make whoever's watching go, boo.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to sprinkle those in there because if not, this is a movie about moth portals.
Yeah, moth portals and bad parenting.
So
this is probably my favorite scene in the movie.
is it where
second favorite?
Anne forces warmth on a child because they were going hypothermic?
No, that's after.
And they finally realize, oh shit, maybe being touched by a person is better than a crinky, crunky ghost lady who is ugly.
Man, this this Anna chick doesn't creak like a chest when she goes to touch me. I like this better.
Yes. I don't feel ghost bones.
Yeah, just that.
Like
too. No flesh.
You're
fucking goddamn. Her neck rattles like a maraca every time she turns her head.
I'm glad we can have a conversation without your hair billowing in my face and getting in my mouth. This is great, Mama.
I just realized that's why when they're sleeping, she shoves Victoria's hair into her mouth. That's totally fucking why.
Ew.
It's like sucking a thumb for her.
Ew.
Yeah, man.
Ew.
Yeah, enjoy that. So one of my favorite scenes, I would say number 2 favorite scene in the movie, is the therapist in this fucking cabin taking flash pictures like an asshole in the dark.
Yes.
Because that's some creepy mama shit. I liked it better when it was just that, and you didn't get to see her full body and her turn back into a regular person briefly. It ruined it for me. I liked it when it was just this fucking gnarled fucking tree trunk of a person.
Yeah.
Just creeping around a house.
That it should have stayed that. Yeah, I loved the flash, and you get closer and closer. Yeah. It reminded me of the Batman. It's one of the Dark Knights where he's in like a dark tunnel and it's just like gun flashes, but he's like, he's beating up people, but it looks like he's techno rave dancing.
That I believe is Dark Knight Rises. I think that's the Bane one.
It could be. I don't know. They all look the same to me.
What's the other fucking dumb piece of shit movie where they do the camera flash thing in order to see around? I feel like we've done it for the podcast.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Fuck, we're never going to get there.
If you know what we're... grindhousemovieclub@gmail.com. Send us an email. We need to know.
It's like she's in a basement or some shit. Anyway, it might be the Taking of Deborah Logan, which we haven't done yet, but there's stuff. I do like that. It's very horror movie trope. I don't like it when it's done poorly, but I like it in this case because, I mean, he chose to go in at night. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, at least he brought the camera.
Yeah, because the flashlight failed. He also had a backup and it failed. Fine. All right? Now, yeah, she turns his fucking neck from one way to another real good. Mm-hmm. Makes sure that he can't use that neck anymore.
Teaches him how to look both ways before crossing the street. That's what he does. That's what happens.
Got pissed about the fact that, the fucking, he doesn't go with any weapons. Like, I would. Why wouldn't you?
I would at least bring, like, a crucifix.
So, yeah, we get the fucking Annabelle scene here where it's like, let me just warm your fingers up. You must love that because you're dying.
Yeah. I know you've been out all night in the below freezing because I could see my breath when I came out there.
Yeah. So then she hammers the fucking bedroom windows shut. Like, Mama's not capable of taking a couple nails out if she wants to, all right?
We'll see. I mean, she's a very resourceful ghost lady. I think she could just open a moth portal if she wanted to.
Yeah, dude. We get a moment of bonding here where they both kids are like, we'll use the stairs. Cool. The fucking Lily, the one who doesn't speak a lick of English, tries.
I think she says stairs.
Yep, she does.
This is probably why they made them feral. And she's like, yeah, she doesn't speak because she's feral. Not because she's from another country.
It's easier. You don't have to make them go against their natural desire to speak a language.
Fair. So she goes for...
How about some breakfast, right? She leaves an unhammered nail just on the bedside table right beside a child's bed.
Oh my God.
And just leaves the room with that and a hammer in it. Cool.
That's a trip to the hospital later.
It sure is. The fucking kid would probably try to eat it.
Probably try and crucify her sister.
For not going out the window at night, fucking bitch sister.
Saw Mama do this once.
Betrayal. Also, apparently this is how to get to someone's heart.
So you got that, and then we cut to like the next doctor's appointment. I don't know.
Yeah.
They show up at this doctor's place, and
yeah,
I don't know. It's been a day, and the secretary's like, "Oh no, he didn't show up for work today. I fear something bad may have happened."
So here's the problem. All right, she is as upset as if she were just told that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
That would be information to share with the people waiting for their appointment.
But instead she said I fear something bad may have happened.
That's it. And that makes her so upset that she refuses to speak to anybody and just holes up in a room somewhere.
Yeah, she just leaves.
Yeah.
Where
she can't see the fucking interior of the office where things are stealable.
Yeah, she left somebody who looks like Annabelle alone with the doctor's laptop and research.
Well, great.
Well, yeah, she scoops it up immediately.
She sure fucking does take that.
She scoops up that box of bones, too, not knowing what the fuck she's got there.
Yeah. Oh, this box must be important. Little do you know, it's horrible in there.
And so then we get Lucas, just instead of like doing what his brother asked him to do by helping his girls and going to this place, he's actually sketching.
Yes.
He's just sketching a dream.
He's sketching the dream of him being told to do the thing that he's betraying the wishes of right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is just as good, right?
Also, when he wakes up, we glossed over this. They go and visit him right after he comes out of the coma.
Oh, does he?
And,
or do they?
And Lily is just in behind the hospital bed by herself eating moths. Literally eating the moths that were by the lights before. And nobody in this hospital full of doctors goes, "That's bad."
Hey, we actually have a vending machine right outside.
Yeah, dude, snack food is in there, not bugs.
Well, here's my issue. Fuck are you not cleaning up all these dead bugs for?
Also, that's a great
This
point.
is a hospital.
Horrible maid service at this hospital.
This is a hospital, and there are dead bugs just in and around my boyfriend's bed. He's in a goddamn coma.
Guess what? I should probably switch hospitals.
Yeah.
How hard would it be to move this comatose man?
You're about to knock $8,000 off our bill right now.
Yeah. Does he have a brain infection? There's moths everywhere. So fucking... Also, like, Annabelle at no point mentions the black mold wall in the closet or in the hallway.
No.
Also, when did the portal change locations from the hallway to the closet?
It's a portal. That's what portals do.
They just do that. Why wouldn't you just have it in the closet then?
Because Dr. Bull made a movie. He made a Pan's
Bull.
Labyrinth, and now this is a Pan's Labyrinth. It's
Okay.
it's mystical.
Okay. So during this fucking dream sketch, he realizes that he's got to fucking do shit.
Yeah, he realizes that, I'm actually sketching a place I have a Polaroid of right here next to me.
What a coincidence that I didn't notice that until just now.
That's fucking wild that I would have this map here in the hospital.
Yeah.
Thank God when nobody came to visit me in the last 2 weeks, they dropped this off. Because there was never a scene where I was visited in my fucking coma.
No, there sure wasn't. So he just takes off from the hospital without informing anyone.
Yeah, I did notice that he was able to just get up and walk away and find clothes that he wasn't wearing before.
I guess he calls up Annabelle and she doesn't answer, but he just leaves a message like, maybe try again in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
This is important information. Hey, I'm leaving you as I go out of town with those two children that when I went to sleep, you were not getting along with.
Bizarrely, nothing went into lockdown either, because he didn't even check out. He just got the fuck
He
up.
just pieced. He just walked right into that elevator like it ain't nothing.
Probably didn't even pay his bill.
Well, they'll just charge the HMO. It's fine.
Oh, don't call him
The
that.
HMO he doesn't have because he can't afford two old men as a search party.
Well, yeah, he's an artist. He doesn't have insurance. What are you talking about?
God. I don't. The end of this movie, it's not the happiest ending. It's somewhat happy of an ending, but they go home to financial trouble. They're fucked.
Yeah. All their problems, you think they're solved? Nah.
No.
I don't think we get to live in that free house anymore.
So short film scene. Here we go.
What?
Scene from the short film.
Not yet.
This is close though.
We're getting
what the
there.
fuck important happens in between now and then?
So in between now and then, yeah, he gets to the spot where his brother pointed, but you don't get to see. They show us a scene where he looks.
Yeah.
He
That's it.
looks in the direction his brother's pointing. That's the end of the scene. And then you get Anne going through her fucking plunder.
Right.
Her goddamn booty treasure that she fucking stole from a dead person.
Weird that the laptop was off, and then when she turned it on, she didn't have to enter any passwords to access these files.
This doctor was begging for his laptop to get stolen.
He sure was.
That's his own fucking fault.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I hope she doesn't open that box with the dead baby in it.
Apparently she never did. She just assumed Mama wanted it real bad.
This is Mama's mail. I gotta get Mama's mail to her.
These are so many return to senders on here.
Yeah.
There's a sweepstakes. Oh, dream lottery. She might have won a house.
It's a heavy box.
Yeah.
A lot of rattling in there. I hope it's not broken.
Hope it's not bones of a baby.
Yeah. So yeah, Lucas is still in the woods with no service, and then.
Yeah.
Victoria tells Annabelle that she loves her.
That's true. That does happen.
And then the scene happens.
There is also a deep hug, and Lily is just like in the doorway, like, you shouldn't fucking have done that.
Yeah. Oh, this is really nice, but you just signed her death warrant. That's really nice that you love her, but you just fucking killed her. So good. I'm glad you love her so much that she's gonna fucking die.
Fantastic last words for her to hear, Victoria. Good job on that.
I love you. All right, peace.
Forever.
Hope you like Mama.
So despite the fact that she knows that it was bad, Lily's just like, oh, fuck, shit, Mama's here, sick. And Victoria's like, no, not sick. Not this time.
Yeah. They're upstairs and they hear a thumping. And they come downstairs and it's like...
Right.
And then they look and like Annabelle's doing her thing.
Just listen to fucking Crystal Castle's records on her fucking laptop.
And so she's not making the thumping. And you get fucking Lily just staring into the darkness.
Which always in this movie means it's Mama.
Yeah.
Every time Lily uses her eyes to look in a direction, it's fucking Mama's there.
Yeah. She's got Stockholm Syndrome. That's for sure.
Yeah, she does, dude.
So she's looking and Mama's got like her arms stretched out. And then, oh my God. And then Victoria's like, hey, nah, Mama's mad.
Yeah, she is.
This tricky ghost bitch was gonna fuck that little girl up.
Yeah, dude.
She was gonna throw that girl across the goddamn room.
You think this is a hug? No. Now, I get angry.
You get angry.
We don't need to have a chase scene when Mama is moving at the speed of the Flash. She fucking outstands it, right across a fucking entire room just like that, and then children run upstairs.
Yeah.
Somehow evading capture that whole time.
Yeah, the Mama moved so fast, it winded me. I was like, oh! Like, it sucked the life out of me because I wasn't ready for it.
Mama's doing fucking a Usain Bolt impression through this house.
Yeah.
And yet somehow the kids make it all the way up to the bedroom.
The kids are running through goddamn sand.
Yeah.
And, they make it up there before Lightning McQueen fucking bust their skulls wide open.
Yeah.
Also, I like that, Victoria was like, hey, don't look at her.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
The bet. I'm on it. Let me turn my head thusly.
Oh, fuck. While this is happening, Aunt Jean shows up after calling social services and being informed that she needs to provide evidence of abuse with a camera and, just sits outside for the entire time that this is happening.
Yeah.
So, kids are screaming in the house.
They're running around, screaming.
You could probably see in through the windows because the stairs are clearly visible from the outside. And she waits all of this time while children are in danger before sneaking in through the fucking patio door at the back, which also doesn't make any fucking sense because guess what? Annabelle just put nails in the windows. She must have this place locked down tight. She thought there were burglars 4 different nights and she's there by herself. She's gonna keep the patio door unlocked? Fucking bitch Jean just walks right in like she owns the place.
You are raising some solid points.
Woo! I would like get that out of my system.
I would like to not think about any of those.
Yeah.
We're gonna pretend like none of that's a thing.
No, but we get okay, and this is my favorite shit because this is creepy mama shit. It's the short film creepy mama shit, which was the best part anyway.
Yeah. This is the whole. You saw the short film and you're like, well, this movie's gonna be the short film.
Yeah. Here
it is. Here's what you get.
Here's when I wrote down during the mama attack, the fucking bitch came and stand up straight, so just push her over. She's a withered old bitch.
Yeah.
These kids could probably overpower her.
I really enjoy that Lily locks Victoria out.
Yeah, she
because
does.
That's a purpose thing.
Yeah.
That's a.
You asked for this, huh?
Yeah. Mama told me to tell you.
You're fucked.
So then finally,
this is so much worse than the timeout chair.
Yeah, Annabelle's like, oh, hey, they're screaming. I'm going to go check that out.
Yeah.
and you hear like thumping coming up the stairs
So
while Victoria's like, let me in, and like thump. First of all, Mama, don't touch the ground.
No.
So you're fine.
Yeah, it's all good. That's a person.
Then it ends up being Annabelle wearing her docks in the house. And then, it's this fucking... She gets her soul sucked out of her back.
She does.
And then...
Weird place to succubus out a soul.
Yeah.
And I don't know at what point it went back in her either, because you watch her eyes die. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, is she dead or not? Even when you're doing the fucking hand sleep thing, like, is she dying while you're doing that or what? Is this just I'm going to pass people out briefly? Yeah, that's like all the power that she has.
She doesn't even fall asleep. She's just like, I think she's just mashing her head in the dirt, being like, don't look.
She's fucking fully capable of killing people, as evidenced by the fact that she has. Mm-hmm. But just chooses not to for 2 of them for some reason.
I don't know.
I guess the reason she doesn't kill Annabelle here is because apparently she promised she wouldn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
really looks like a woman who's upholding promises.
Yeah, you made a promise with this fucking ugly lady. Yeah, and she first of all threw that promise out the window.
She can't even promise not to kill nuns.
Yeah, she can't. You can't trust this lady. No. She jumped off a cliff with a baby.
Yeah, she's trying to pull the old switcheroo on your younger sister just now.
She runs around like David Copperfield. This is the scene where it happens too, by the way. So if you're watching the movie, pause it. Google David Copperfield cutting himself in half. Yeah. You're gonna see some. I drew a diagram. You're gonna see some shit.
Yeah, because she's doing the fucking upside down thing. She fucking because she climbs down the wall and then she does the leg shit over top of her own body. Which
she does.
Fucked. And then after putting fucking Annabelle to sleep, she just does the spider along the floor thing. And I don't know why, but in this shot, it's like the actor is like deliberately looking in the camera, and it's unnerving. It is.
I didn't catch that, but I bet it would be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is where she like sucks her soul out. First of all, Mama like grabs her from another room. She appears in another room, trips her. Yeah. Sucks her soul out, and then like, Mama, no. And then Mama's like, okay, well, look.
Fine, I'm coming.
There's clearly a problem here, and it must be with the way I look. I understand. And then this is where finally, Auntie Grandma comes through the fucking the back door, ready to get her fucking photos of abuse.
Biting off more than she could chew in terms of abuse here.
And like right here is the worst time for her to come in, because not only Ghost, but fucking Annabelle's passed out.
Annabelle's passed out.
And they're like, hey, come on, wake up.
Yeah.
This is a bad look when
you look like a heroin addict?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. But then Mama's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I won't fuck her up, bet. All right, peace. And she like goes down through the floor.
I also want to point out that Mama reaches over and takes Victoria's glasses off her face and breaks them. Too late.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Not only have I seen it, like, you're doing this because you don't like it. I need to see. This isn't,
All you have to do is avoid mirrors.
Yeah. Sorry, I need to be able to know that I'm not about to eat poison when I look at it. I would like to read labels and drive a car one day.
Yeah.
This isn't a choice.
I wanna not trip down these 2 flights of stairs every time I want to go eat.
You know that 5 years I lived in the woods with you where everything was blurry?
And I kept running into trees?
That's a fucking nightmare. Mama, it sucks. Mama, please.
Mommy. I also, during the dream sequence, I forgot to mention, I wrote down, who on earth would have fucked a baby into this witch? Because, dear God.
Look, Jay, I didn't want to say that.
You know, like the old joke that horrible people make about, I would just, Butterface, you just put a bag over her head, it's fine.
The bag, you don't have
that ugly would seep through the bag.
There's no bag long enough.
Like fucking molasses.
You got to have a bag with a hole in it.
Yeah, like a
body bag with a hole in it. Is what it's got to zip up.
Like a fucking Orthodox Jew.
Yeah, through a sheet. Yeah.
That's it. That's all I need. I don't even want to see what's on the other side. Just take it like a glory hole.
Now, Jay. Look. The 1800s were a different time. Maybe she was 1800s hot. But also, I agree.
That she wasn't dying right now of giardia. Like, she didn't get dysentery at age 15, so she's hot. There's not a measle present.
She didn't suffer from polio, so she's...
Yeah. What could have fucking fooled me?
She had a very finger-based polio.
While While Mama's just getting all up inside Jean's guts because that's what she does.
Oh yeah, you get the hair Roomba. Yeah, and she just lets that come at her. Oh, there's hair blowing across the floor like a goddamn tumbleweed. I'm not gonna move.
Why wouldn't you step on that? Also, we did this sketch.
We did.
It's the fucking site.
Yeah,
and it's your beard.
We already did this.
So fuck you.
Dr. Bull Del Toro.
Mr. Bull turns out big Matt G124 fan. We go fucking downstairs to try and find Jean, and she's just a mongoloid now. She's just been turned into a fucking a Neanderthal ape person in the face.
Yeah, like it's Mama face, Aunt Jean body.
Yeah,
but like you come downstairs and this lady is, first of all, not facing you
and twitching up a storm like she just did meth.
Just facing a wall. Mm-hmm. All right. We're locking that door.
This room, I don't go into this room until the sun comes up.
Yeah, I need a young priest, an old priest, and a gun for when those two priests don't work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're like, oh, Aunt Jean, what are you doing in our house uninvited? Clearly coming here to steal the children or collect evidence.
I can almost guarantee you that had she not got mamaed up, she would have tried to take those kids.
Oh, for sure.
You see Annabelle fucking passed out on the landing?
Oh, yeah.
You were coming with me now.
Snap. Got that evidence.
Yeah.
Fucking nice nap in the hallway. Your soul sucked out your back, you bitch. But yeah, so fucking Mama gets all up inside there.
Yeah. Annabelle wakes up. Oh, where are the fucking kids? Well, I don't see Jean, so that's my first thought. But it's not her first thought. She's like, it's Mama. Mama has the kids.
Mama got up inside Jean's guts.
Yeah, she didn't know that, though. She doesn't get to know until they go to the cabin, and she's just standing there before crumpling into a heap of trash.
Like a husk!
Holy shit.
She was a person husk.
And she falls back so fucking slow and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she meets Luke at the fucking cabin. I wrote down nothing here, because there's really nothing to write down.
Well, she grabs the dead baby.
She grabs the baby. She just knows that this box is full of valuable dead baby parts. We show up after, Jean's dead, and they're up there at the cliff about to jump off, as per the story that neither of us have heard. So how would we know?
How would you know?
They show up. They're about to fucking walk right off the cliff, Victoria and Lily, with Mama there.
Yeah, Mama's like, hey, come, I got a fun thing for you.
Yeah, it's right over the edge of this cliff here.
You guys know how to cannonball? You're not going to need to know. This one's better if you go head first.
So Annabelle goes like, hey, I know that you really want these two live children, but I have this dead one here in a box. Does that entice you instead?
Yeah.
And as it turns out, it does for about a minute and a half.
Yeah, she's like, oh, hell yeah, my baby. Why isn't my baby gaining any weight?
Her fucking soul becomes pure again. Mm-hmm. She's in love with just the skull part because she didn't touch the rest.
Well, it's got like a blanket over. I feel like she hadn't peeled it back yet.
She got to the skull and she's like, this is enough for now.
Yeah, oh, this is good. This is good. I recognize these dents in the skull from where I dropped it. Yes, we're good.
Let me pop off this cliff with my baby all good.
Yeah.
And then Lily comes in to fuck everything up.
Yeah, so they're like trying to sneak off with the kids while this ghost is like, oh, baby bones.
I'm fine now.
And it takes all of a second for like Mama to turn around and be like, oh.
That live baby? Fuck my baby.
She just
fuck my baby off the cliff. Bones just flying, dude.
She discards those bones like trash in the wind.
Yeah, dude. Like a paper bag you're done with.
And it just fucking goes.
Oh my god.
Oh my, that was my favorite. Like, what's this fucking dead baby?
I don't want that. Fuck it.
She's upset with, she's not even mad that it was dead either.
Holy shit. That's like the most disrespectfully I've ever seen human remains treated in any movie. Like she doesn't even like neatly package it up or anything. Just peace. Enjoy that water, you dead fucking baby.
Just fucking. Oh my god, I laughed so hard because I thought she's just gonna. She drops them, right? She just drops the bone. Nah,
dropping them's not enough. I want them gone, dude. Ruined the tone of the scene. 100%. Why would you make that hilarious choice?
Have her 180 from being like a caring, loving mongoloid to baby bones in the breeze,
and
baby.
Then it's like, oh, you have ADHD and one distraction makes you forget about your child. Naturally, that makes me want to leave my children with you.
Yeah.
You just displayed like the worst mom behavior ever.
She
just,
sure
just go
fucking
with
did.
her. Fuck it. So this is when I was like, they showed too much mama, because you get like it fucking floats all the way over. It's just like the fucking neck crick thing.
Yep.
And then she does the hair shit, and then she just pops up in like full effect.
Yeah, she becomes a hair snake.
She does, and it's too much mama.
You ever light hair on fire?
Yes.
Old dry
and
hair.
It just like continues, or like the fibers on your sock.
Yeah, just dead mama.
So she touches Luke in his heart.
Dim mock.
Yeah, dim mocks him right there. And then just tries to take the kids. Fucks Annabelle right up. Picks her up into the sky and chucks her.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, right onto rocks.
And you know what? She's fine enough to keep crawling.
Yeah, and she doesn't stop.
Your mama's like...
She doesn't stop until she gets some housecoat in her hand.
Mama treats her like she's like a disease. She's like, nah, get away from my kids. Get away from my kids.
You're not wearing a mask at the store.
And then Victoria's like, don't worry about it. Just sleep. And then Mama's like, yeah sleep.
Fucking sleep.
In the dirt, you sleep. But it's like a very
big fat fucking hand on you.
It's a very slow, disrespectful, like, you go to bed. And then she gets up, crawls again. Come on now. No.
What did I say to you?
I'm not supposed to suck your soul out, so I gotta fucking dirt.
Fuck's sake. She does suck her soul out a little bit while she's in the air. Just a little dig. Like, and I know I promised, but also, fuck you, you're kids.
You know, I need a little soul.
Yeah.
I could go for just just the arm.
Either that or find the cherry tree.
Yeah.
Those are your options. So then, Lily decides, I'm just gonna go. And Victoria, because she likes that house coat so much, and Annabelle won't let go of it.
Yeah.
She's like, well, fuck my little sister.
Yeah, that she really like convinces her to leave the suicide pact here.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much just to yank on the house coat. Oh, you're right. Being alive is much better than being dashed on the rocks.
They don't even get that far. So then, what is supposed to be heartfelt and emotional, Mama is now reunited with a child she's abducted and is keeping against the will of everybody but the child itself, who is not at the age capable of making decisions like this.
Yeah, she just wants the floaty fun mom who can heave her around. That's not going to be fun when you're a dead baby.
Yeah. So when trying to determine custody, I think it's age 12 that they wait to before they allow the child to choose the parent.
They do that thing where they like put mom and dad on each side of the room, and you're like, you go to the one you love the most.
It's like,
go to the one you love the most. Let's see what happens.
Like you're walking your dog and you and your girlfriend run in opposite directions to see which one it runs to.
Yeah.
So instead of fun floating mom, Lily gets rocked against a tree until she turns into moths. That's how hard they hit the tree.
I hated this whole thing because they get wrapped up in this
cloak that just comes out of nowhere on Mama.
Mama's been wearing this fucking cloak, I guess, that just extends and wraps him up into a cocoon. Mm-hmm. And Lily's like, this is great. You're not hideous. I'm glad I'm inches from your face.
Right in her. I'm sure her breath is atrocious because she's been dead for decades.
Yeah. Oh, ugly, ugly Mama. I'm so happy that our faces can touch in this dirty rag that you're wrapping me up in.
Well, her fucking mouth is fucked, so at least they have something in common.
Her whole thing is fucked.
I don't know if you noticed, but when Mama turns back into gross demon Mama, she grows about 30 more teeth in her front.
I like that.
More teeth.
Well, demons have more teeth.
What is it with Guillermo Del Toro and fucking teeth bones, dude?
Teeth bones
fucking loves teeth.
And just bad backs.
And
teeth bones and bad backs.
Scoliosis.
It's the scoliosis brigade.
So end of movie.
They fall. First of all, they get caught on that same goddamn branch.
Yeah, like you think you would have avoided it the second time, right?
Mama.
Mm-hmm. You fucking Mama.
You made the same mistake. So does that mean she is going to keep doing the same thing until she rights the wrong again? Because
that means Victoria's fucked in like a month.
Yeah, she's just I don't know. They just turned to fucking moths. So I don't. Again.
And one of them is apparently Lily because it lands on Victoria's shoulder. That's just what bugs do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because the moth immediately fucks right off. So no, it's not.
It's just a bug.
Just a bug.
Clean your shoulder
Just
off.
a fucking bug.
And now, time to get a new therapist because that was a horrible experience for everyone.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's good they exploded into moths because I feel like a 7-year-old smacking the rocks is a bad way to end your movie.
Crunching onto a tree branch, and Mama's ethereal, so she's not around.
Yeah, she's fine.
One moth and then just a clump of baby.
Just a 7-year-old in pieces. Just fucking flat-headed brains everywhere.
Scattering the water below like you threw pebbles into a lake.
But yeah, no, it's new therapist time.
Yeah. They missed, and this is silly. It's a whole, we truck back, I believe it's a trucking shot, away from the cliff. We're all embracing on this windy cliff, 10 feet, not even 10 feet, 10 inches from dying from a gust of wind. And in the background, right, this is supposed to be like this big monumental, our family's been reunited, at least 70% of it.
Yeah.
In the background, there is a rock platform right underneath this horribly gnarled tree, which would have been a much better place to place those characters and have much more poignant of an end to your movie, because you're always looming like over top of you as the shadow of some horrible shit. Now, we're going to have them on the plain-ass cliff where they might die. And it's like 10 feet back there. You couldn't have just reshot it with them back there. It would have looked way better.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. That whole thing is CG.
It probably is.
And they're just they're just inserted into the shot.
Yeah. They're just on a stool.
It's a very perfect cliff.
I'm sure you're right. Good God.
Yeah.
Where's all your money? Anyway, that's fucking Mama. Roll credits.
That's Mama, goddammit.
6.5.
I gave it a 6.
Hey, see?
I like.
We seem to be on the same page quite often.
The scary parts were good.
Yes.
Rest of the movie was bullshit. You could have just showed me just the scary parts and I'd be like, this is a great movie.
That's true. Jessica Chastain's face, I can't complain. And then, yeah, the Mama shit. I give it a 6 just off the Mama shit, and then the 0.5 is Jessica Chastain's face.
Okay. I mean, I was 6 for Mama, 6 for Crinky. Any Crinky Cronky ghost,
yeah,
I'm in.
You got me there. Babadook, fucking okay.
Crooked Man.
Yeah. That one, I was underwhelmed.
I don't think I might have seen it. I don't know.
Because it's part of like
it's a spin-off.
A movie with many other monsters in it.
Oh, is it?
Originally.
Okay.
So you only get to see him for a bit. And then the Crooked Man movie, I haven't actually seen, but I'm sure it's garbage.
I haven't. I've definitely seen The Conjuring, whichever Conjuring it was.
Yeah, that's where you first get to see him.
Yeah.
And then he has his own movie where, I mean, I don't know how scared I can be of a man with brittle bone disease.
Well, when they're crinky cronky at you. well, first of all, when they're having sundowners in the night, you don't know what they're capable of.
Fair enough. Well, that's the fucking movie, guys, and I have 3 bangers for you.
3 absolute bangers.
Yeah.
Love it.
3 themes. These 3... I'm sorry, I just had a stroke.
Please not in my chair.
These themes are quite obvious. Really not difficult to pick themes out in this movie.
That's a good one. I gave you a good one.
Yeah. First one, we got overprotective parents.
Okay.
Second one, we have ghost of a child abductor, because that's what Mama did. And the third one, we have adoption gone wrong.
Okay. I think I know all of them but the first one.
Oh, shit.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to choose the one. I don't want you to tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm just going to choose the one that I think I know and I would be down to watch. Because this is what it's, this is my time to shine.
I believe it may be.
Give me that child abducting ghost.
I would love to watch fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes! Which one though?
First one. I went through. I physically went through and watched the trailers for each one in the series. I've seen the second one too recently.
Okay.
The only other acceptable one to me, aside from the first one, is Dream Warriors, which is in the mental institution.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the first one this time. Plenty of opportunity to do more.
Oh.
We're not doing the Jackie Earl Haley bullshit, fucking Rooney Mara suck my dick, basically literally a rape scene version.
Well, I mean,
we're doing the Robert Englund version.
Yeah, when we run out of movies, that's
good God.
We might have to.
Holy fuck, I hate.
But yeah, no, Jackie, they should have just had the original Freddy Krueger.
Fucking the most disappointing Nightmare on Elm Street movie I've ever seen.
Let's take the most iconic looking villain you can, and let's just have somebody else look like him a little bit.
And we'll make him look like shit.
Yeah, for sure. And then also we'll make sure you know that he's a child pedophile rapist.
Oh, there'll be no question. And all of the cool practical effects that we're going to steal the scenes that those were in. Oh, it'll just be CG.
That's easy.
CG and it's fine.
We're in a rush.
So for overprotective parents, these are the ones you missed.
Okay.
Carrie.
Okay.
Because it's all about her fucking helicopter mom.
I like that one.
And for adoption gone wrong, which is one that I've wanted to watch for a while for this, Orphan.
That's what I assumed, right? That's the one where they adopt like a 40-year-old lady.
Yeah, it is.
Oh God.
The fuck it is.
All right. So we'll do the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp's first movie.
Johnny Depp right in there.
Johnny Depp, balls deep.
Yeah.
Young, supple, tight Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
The way you want Johnny Depp.
And, glove in the bathtub and walking down the alley, arms outstretched for a big hug.
Love it. You get the blood bed with just the upside down room where they just dump blood through the hole.
You sure do.
Oh,
it's fantastic movie.
All good.
The second one is really like, it's sick because you get that scene of him just chest bursting like Alien through the guy. And then Dream Warriors is just the best one as far as kills for me.
Okay. I don't know. They're all good.
They fight back against him and shit. They drop a car on him. I'm down.
I'm a new Nightmare guy.
You're a new Nightmare type.
I'm a new Nightmare.
You like him when he gets silly as fuck.
I like when he gets to the fucking robot demon claw, and they're like, nah, it's just a movie.
Is that the same one as the beach? I don't remember which one. He shows up like a fucking shark in the water. He's got his fin sticking out.
I think so, yeah.
And then pops up on the beach and he fucking sticks sunglasses on his goddamn face.
No, I don't think that's the one.
Okay.
Because this one isn't silly at all.
Okay.
This one's like a...
So New Nightmare must be 7, I think?
It's the very last one.
Yeah, okay.
Because the whole thing, it's like...
The only serious ones are 1, 2, and 7. The rest of them are just like, they're mostly comedy.
Yeah. This is the one where it stars, what's his face as himself. Robert Englund is himself.
Oh.
The guy who made the movie. What's his goddamn name?
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven's in it as himself. The original actor is in it as herself. And it's like, oh, Wes Craven wants to put together a new movie. Oh, shit, Freddy's for real, though. Oh, shit, we got a real-ass Freddy to deal with.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freddy,
they break that wall. They
Freddy,
break that dream wall right
Yeah,
down.
he comes to life through being afraid of him because he's...
Right.
It's a whole thing, but it's a good one. It's different.
Word
indeed. God, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, dude, we can't chill. We have no chill in this podcast. 2.5 hours.
I wrote 8 pages on this lady.
I only wrote 4.
All right, well...
Eventually we're going to get to a movie where there's nothing to say and it's boring as shit. And it's going to be an hour long.
I can't wait for that disappointment of a podcast.
Yeah, dude. We keep them long up in here. Podcasts, penises, and then we'll start with P.
I have no other progeria. That's the only other P word I can think.
Progeria long. We keep that Benjamin Button looking ass fucking horrible disease. Oh my god.
Oh, that's the podcast. Go to grindhousemovie.club. That's the website.
Grindhousemovie.club. Morning with the U.coffee.
Morning spelt the sad way.
And darkroseCult.com.
Look, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Those all go to the same website.
Go to any. Whichever one you want to type in the most.
Look, honestly...
For me, it would be morning.coffee because that's the shortest and easiest one to type.
Look, if you're Canadian, darkroastcult.ca also works.
Perfect. And if you want to find out if you have any uncles that have had their graves disturbed while moving cemeteries, 23andMe. That's about finding siblings.
Okay,
Ancestry.ca.
It sounded like a 23 inches in me. Is that what you said?
And
me. It's not in me. 23
and me.
And me.
Which is like, it's a website for discovering estranged siblings.
And not getting railed by a 23-year-old.
No.
Okay, good.
Or 23 dicks at once.
Whew. That's too much.
You gonna fit the whole bag of dick in there?
All right. Just end the podcast before this is literally the longest podcast we've done. AIDS.